the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean sleeps. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Now drop the anchor and grab some grog. Way ho, the sea of souls. We'll make a new entry in the captain's log. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hey ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls. Whispers in the window or angry waves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean sleeps. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Now drop the anchor and grab some grog. Way ho, the sea of souls. We'll make a new entry in the captain's log. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hey ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls.
Hello. It's been a while, but we are back. Welcome to the Elder Brain live stream. We are streaming D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, although we are currently in a sea without dungeons or dragons, but it's still Dungeons and Dragons because that's the name of the game that we are playing. Happy 2021. It's a new year. Second verse, same as the first, though it seems, but still it's a new year. We want to kick things off with our continuing campaign, and
don't say that. It's the year of the sea shanty.
It is the year of the sea shanty.
Great year.
Apparently. Now, I've made this disclaimer on Twitch, and I'll continue to make this disclaimer that our bard was singing sea shanties before TikTok made them cool. So
pirate hipster.
Yeah, that's right. So that's our little claim to fame. We've been trying to find it. There's a clip where Taylor's actually singing that now very popular tune, Wellerman, which apparently is now like
number one on the Spotify charts,
which is ridiculous.
Wow. I never would have believed that had someone told me.
It's pretty crazy. But yeah, so we jumped on that boat before it was cool. So hey, that's a reason to follow us. Or at least I'm going to say that it is, because we got sea shanty. So if you're getting in on the whole sea shanty thing and you're like, hey, I could use some more of these, just watch us or listen to us. And Devin has lots. Ain't that right, Devin?
I do. A repertoire.
Nice. We're
pre-trendy. One for every situation.
Apparently. Anyway, let's jump in. We will do a bit of a recap for where we left off last time. I hope you enjoyed our one-shot that we did, our holiday one-shot, which Ian DM'd. That was a super fun time. So thanks, Ian, for that. Lots of snow and bloody snow.
We all got to play against type a little bit. It was a lot of fun.
It was really fun. So we hopefully will be doing some more of that kind of thing in the future. But anyways, we hope you enjoyed that. Now to business. Last time on our adventure in the Sea of Souls, the Intrepid Devil had set south from the port for the Ivory Spire, making their way to Porto D'Areias, the port of sands, where Captain Boone said that he has a contact who would be very interested to know that the Ivory Spire is collecting, among other things, dragon scales. And with their business with the Ivory Spire concluded, the ship set sail and started its journey south. Reaching the shallows, the chain of islands south of the Isle of Morn, where the tower is, and beginning to enter that passageway, regular shipping route, but still a little bit dangerous, they came upon a shipwreck that had been knocked up against some rocks. Very curious in that it was missing its sails. The masts had been stripped clean. And going in for a closer look, discovered that the ship crew and everything had been all killed, and there was some undead lurking around. They discovered that the name of the ship was the Handsome Hound, captained by one Terulia Hargreave, and was employed by the Far Traders Guild, its port of call being Farhaven, but possibly had gone into Porto D'Areias as well. So with that information in hand, having looted a couple of items from the captain's quarters, the ship continued to make its journey south to the Port of Sands. And that is where we pick up.
Did we ever piece together why all the sails have been stripped off?
Negative.
No, we didn't, did we?
No, I don't think we pondered about it, but I don't think we came to a conclusion.
You didn't find any evidence of the sails at all, just that they were gone. Yeah.
You did not find them, no. When you were searching about the wrecked ship, the Handsome Hound,
Torque has a theory.
There was no sign of the sails. You did see that on the side of the ship, of the hold that was against the rocks, it had been completely ripped open, and so most of the cargo, whatever was on board, had been dumped. There was some flotsam and jetsam kind of floating around in some eddies and whirlpools in the rocks, but there weren't any sails to be seen anywhere nearby.
Right.
So.
Interesting.
I do believe, I don't think, Mike, I don't think you had identified the couple items yet, or had you?
I don't believe so.
There's some boots that you found.
We found
They don't
boots.
have to be an elven kind of boots, do they?
They are boots of a bluish green persuasion that seem to have a little bit of magic to them. I believe you were going to. See, it's been a while for us too.
Yeah. I'm just checking here. I don't have identify as
How do we
spell,
D&D again?
so I don't know that I have the ability to check these out. Just double checking here. Yeah, so I don't have identify.
We can ascertain that it's magical.
Yeah, I could detect magic.
I think we know it's magical.
For simple magical items, generally you can find out what they do by spending time kind of attuning to them, or testing them out. Not so for more complex, but from what these appear to be a rather simple enchantment on the boots. I'm going to assume that you cast detect magic because that's your thing.
Yep.
That's kind of we just have our modus operandi, right? It's like I know you cast detect magic. We get you. while Talon sings a shanty.
Yes.
At the same time. And Torque says nothing. And Flick's probably...
And Flick sees all.
Flick sees all, and then retells the story with much exaggeration.
What do you talk?
That sounds accurate.
What we got there? What are those boots? Are tacky? But they any good?
Well, I don't know. You know, I don't really wear boots. My claws kind of wreck shoes and footwear. So you want to give them a shot? I know they're magic. You want to give them a shot?
These aren't going to make me river dance until I die, are they?
There's only one way to find out.
Well, all right then.
I feel like there's probably more than one way to find out.
Yeah, but all the rest of the ways sound boring.
Only one that's interesting, I think, is what he meant.
But I will.
Or he's just gonna narrow his eyes.
Talon will remove his very nice, and by very nice I mean the nicest money the nicest boots a couple coppers can buy, and replace them with these much nicer actual boots.
They got those Sam Vimes cardboard
While they
soles.
clash with his outfit, they do somewhat match the hair, the dyed streak along his hair. So there's some level of outfit management going on.
So that's the first thing you notice about these boots, and you put them on, is that they are perfectly
made for
dry.
walking.
Perfectly dry.
Perfectly dry on the inside.
Oh, that's good.
And quite comfortable.
Also good.
They're very, very comfortable. And they feel weightless. They don't feel cumbersome at all. They kind of fit your feet really nice.
Every bullet point is great.
And kind of looking down at the boots now, and as you put them on, you can kind of see the sort of bluish green hue to them kind of shift a little bit, and the pattern kind of shifts and moves, and you feel your feet kind of connect with these boots. Make a perception check for me.
Can do. Let's make sure I don't have. Nope. Okay. 14.
14. Okay. What languages do you speak, Galen?
I speak Common and Dwarvish.
Dwarvish. Okay. So you do not recognize you do see a couple of runes kind of glow up for a second on the boots, and then after a moment they fade. But you don't recognize the language. Comfy boots.
Would I be able to potentially describe or draw those runes out?
Sure.
To see if anyone else recognizes them?
Yeah.
Anyone happen to know what these mean? I haven't seemed to have come across it before, and I'd like to know what my boots are trying to tell me.
What was the language you said?
Does actually Torque speaks Aquan, right?
Oh.
Yes, he does.
Torque, you understand these runes. It's an interesting form, a stylized form of Aquan, which normally isn't written, but these are runes in Aquan. And I would say, based on your journeys and stuff, you actually recognize these as ones being used by sea elves in particular. And the runes essentially more or less say, shh.
Oh.
It is an onomatopoeia to denote quiet. It doesn't translate very well. It's
It doesn't really, but yeah.
They are an elven kind of boot.
They are a sea elven kind of boot.
of a sort.
So yes, these would be boots of elven kind. Their design particularly would be sea elven, so they look a little bit more aquatic than your typical elfish boot. But they serve the same purpose.
So, I'm perfectly happy to replace my boots with these. But Flick, you tend to be pretty good at the shush. I don't know if you'd like to be magically better at it.
I mean, I won't say no.
I'm not exactly a quiet person by trade.
Well, which would be better then? Give you a hope in hell of actually being quiet, or make me completely invisible?
Well, that's what I mean. So above game, basically. Like, I'm okay giving them to Flick because it'll make you stupid good at stealth. I'm also okay holding on to them to make me adequate at stealth.
Yeah,
Because the other two,
Both have
they're not
their
gonna
advantage.
they're not gonna get much out of having increased stealth. I actually could, because I am proficient. And
I
I know
actually
you
don't
are
know
as
if
well.
either of them could wear them. Dragonborn
don't-
really. I always picture them not really being able to wear typical boots, but
Yeah.
That's what, yeah. I
They're
also don't know if
probably not my
magical boots
size.
I've gotten so many rogues into trouble by stealthing ahead of the group that I'd be happy to have company. So let's, you know
Okay,
what,
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Tayland, they clash with my skin. You keep them.
They do,
wrong
don't
kind
they?
of green. putting two greens that don't mix together, just bad for everybody.
Well, congratulations, Music Man. You finally got your sea legs. Just claps him on the back and keeps walking.
Oh,
But
nice.
That's a good one, Torque. Nice.
so yes, they are for functionality. They are boots of an elvish persuasion.
QL.
But we're on the seas, and they're sea elves, so they're sea elf boots. Deal with
They
it.
don't also let me walk on water, do they?
They do.
Wait,
Not.
so these boots let you see elves?
Yes.
Okay.
I really need
I
to.
mean, you
add
can still
a-
see them without the
but,
boots, but wearing the boots, you also can see elves. So, so there you go. Or maybe you think that you're the only one who can. I don't know, one of those things.
It's like having a ring of invisibility that you're only invisible when no one's looking at you.
Exactly. It's wonderful.
So, how many days do we have left in this journey?
So it's a 14-day journey in total. And we'd estimated that you'd gone just short of halfway. So we can move us over to.
Downside is that if I ever have to do stomping as part of my songs, I'm gonna have to trade out my boots
Yes.
because it'll literally make no sound.
That's right. So you are just
They
on.
just sound like two pillows knocking into each other.
You are on the eastern side of the shallows now, with fairly open water, not in the Sea of Souls anymore. You've now entered a passage of water between the broken coast far to the east and the archipelago.
Lots of small little islands.
And you do notice now, actually, on this side of the islands, that murkiness that had clouded the water for the longest while that you can remember is gone.
Oh, good.
The water is a nice, refreshing, clean, greenish blue.
It's like a Caribbean kind of.
It is.
Sort of somewhat see-through, but still like a nice shiny color.
Yes, until you get to the depths, of course, but it is much nicer looking. The air smells nicer. It's just definitely a nicer stretch of water to be in. And to that effect, you can see Captain Boone standing at the helm just I do like getting out of that creepy sea, let me tell you.
It is nice being in the open water again.
That's being able to see the open water again.
Yes, yeah, well, yeah, that's what I meant by open.
Hopefully no more skull clouds coming at us,
That would
I
be
was gonna say, spooky storm chasing is not my cup of tea. So let's stick to the clean water for a while.
Indeed. Now, not to say that these waters aren't free of hazards. This is a well-known shipping lane after all, and where there are shipping lanes, there are pirates. And other things. So we'll keep our eyes open, especially you, Fleck, up there. You've been serving us mighty well up in the crow's nest. Keep an eye on things, so
Pleasure to see you, Captain.
we'll be looking forward to that. Well, Torque, if you wouldn't mind saying a little prayer to your sea goddess of yours, we'll set sail and continue our journey. What do you say, gents?
Burke's gonna take a knee.
A Tim Tebow knee?
Let the howling winds blow in and take hold of the mast. Release the wheel and all your sins, for we are free at last.
Oh, di 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 di.
Meow.
See, sea shanties. It's great.
Yep.
Torque. Sorry, we interrupted our taciturn Tortle Torque.
I don't think you can interrupt Torque.
He just kind of tunes everything out.
He doesn't care if you're paying attention or quiet or not. He just does his thing.
All right.
So, as we set sail, I'm not going to do every day because that's just a lot of random rolling, but we will do some rolling. So, who wants to roll? We're going to roll some D100s.
Oh no.
Who would like to roll me a D100 for the next day?
Last time I rolled D100s, I grew 6 inches, so I'm gonna veto myself.
Don't everybody volunteer at once.
All right, I'll go. I was gonna say I think either me or Ian can do it because we're kind of the.
Okay.
We're gonna be up on deck most of the time anyway.
Makes sense. Flicks up in that crow's nest. Ooh. Oh wait, that's 100. Yep.
28. All right. The first day in these much calmer waters, more of a pleasant sail. The passage of your ship does attract some local sea life, and there's always a bit of trepidation when you're sailing and you see some fins in the water. So everybody's kind of on alert for a moment. But as they get closer, you realize a little bit smaller, kind of small to medium-sized reef sharks. And they don't really seem to be all that interested in attacking. They're just kind of more curious. And you see them kind of swimming around. And the crew actually gets... has a little bit of fun actually watching them because you can actually see down in the water now. And so looking in the kind of reefs below the ship, off to your right as you're going along, and you just see these sharks swimming along, and it's natural, which is a nice refreshing change from what you'd experienced before.
And up jumps the shark with his 9 rows of teeth, saying, "You eat the dough, boys, and I'll eat the beef."
So as you sing that, one of the sharks turns, and no, I'm just kidding.
Tayland, maybe save that one for when we're on the shore, not surrounded by sharks.
Just trying to be relevant.
Well, relevant or terrifying.
Come on, it's not like they're dead bodies in the water.
Gonna say that at least these ones are alive.
That's true.
They're quite small.
Sharks are mostly harmless unless you dangle them a gnome full of blood.
There's no gnomes on board, are there?
I'm not going to ask why you would say that, Talon, but... no, we don't...
Just what I heard in the last bar I was in.
We don't have any gnomes right now.
Because you fed them to the sharks?
Ooh.
No.
Gnome?
Anyway, y'all ever had fresh shark meat?
Probably.
Aye.
I had some mystery meat a lot.
Would any of you lads be interested in trying to catch one of them reef sharks? They do make for a good meal. Shark fin soup. I tell you, it's mighty nice on the open sea.
As long as we actually catch the shark and don't make it the way they actually make it.
Yeah. This is not real world shark fin soup.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What do you say, lads? Any of you interested?
Orc, you could probably wrestle a shark, eh?
This is...
Come on. Hey, fellas. 5 gold says Torque can wrestle one of them sharks.
Why? I didn't really have wrestling in mind so much as, fishing, spearing a shark. That's
This
kind of
is
more
a moral quandary.
what I was thinking.
More than a physical one. These creatures bear us no ill will. And they seem curious about the ship. This feels like
Shooting fish in a barrel? I agree.
betrayal of trust. I'm not sure if this Huna would smile favorably upon such an honorless kill.
That's why you got to wrestle him for it.
I mean, we do eat a lot of fish on board, if you hadn't noticed. But
Out of necessity, yes.
if it
These
all right,
creatures
all right.
we would be going out of our way to procure something which we do not need. This would be excess.
I hear you. Torque. Lads,
I mean,
I don't want to intentionally put our friend at unease here, so
I don't like seeing Torque sad.
can you tell?
He does this thing with his face.
I'm okay. I'm gonna have to look for you to tell, because no offense, Torque, but I can't really tell.
it's all right, Cap. I haven't figured it out either yet.
No, all right. So I'm not the only one. Okay. We'll let
But
these sharks be then.
Never seen a sad turtle before.
Well, I mean, they all look sad most of the time, from what I can tell. But
Probably because you got him on the ship.
but,
Probably don't like being on the ship.
I'm ambivalent
right.
to the ship.
Oh, not you, of course. I mean, I'm talking like, you know, the turtles, like little turtles, or giant tortoises.
We don't usually keep. All right, we're gonna let that one go. We'll let the sharks be. I gotta tell you though, Torque, if any of them sharks come fighting a ship and we happen to slay them in the process, we'll be eating those ones.
In my experience, sharks are relatively docile towards anything that won't fit in their mouths.
True.
Unless Flick were to fall overboard, I think that we are of no concern.
I'm perfectly safe up here, and you don't have a fishing pole long enough for me to work from up here, so carry on.
I mean, there's been a goblin or two that I've known in my day that I wouldn't mind hanging over the side as bait, but Flick ain't one of them, so.
That's because you never met my Uncle Scab. Holy smokes. And I got stories to tell.
The name says a lot, so I don't think you have to. Anyway, lads, we'll just take this as a boon from Desuna then, as a pleasant little sight on our journey as we go, and we'll be about our way then.
Are sharks known to be good omens?
Happy ones are.
So I think that depends on who you are.
I mean, it ain't no monstrous giant coral shark or anything, so reef sharks are... You got your reef sharks and tiger sharks and other kinds of sharks that are just nothing but big fish. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, you know, do us no harm, like Master Torque here says, so I wouldn't consider them bad omens.
I'll take what I can get.
I don't know if I'd consider them an omen at all. They just kind of are. You know, I haven't really talked this much about sharks before, now that I think about it.
Well, this is
Perhaps we should designate a specific week on the calendar where that's what we do.
Shark Week. I like it.
A shark week, if you will.
Yes, Week of Sharks, or Sharks Week. That would... You know, if we'd mentioned it in the taverns, I'm sure we could get something going. Start a thing. Don't think anybody's ever done that before, so we'll put a quill in it. Sounds good, Talon. You make a note of that, won't you?
Mark the
Can do.
calendar.
Sorry, Discovery. All right.
Torque, how about this, Torque? You think you could race a shark?
that seems
That's a little more friendly competition.
unlikely.
Tortoise in the hare, the turtle in the shark.
I'm not even sure how it would go about communicating to the shark that I intend to race it in a way that it would understand.
That's true.
This train of thought is folly, and I will not entertain it further. And he just turns and leaves.
I love it.
Train on the water, boat on a train.
All right, the rest of the day proceeds without incident, and lots of singing and smooth sailing. It's a nice day. It's a nice reprieve.
As we're
All right.
passing by any of these islands, is there any signs of maybe not civilization, but people living on the island.
Island communities.
Yeah, island communities.
Give me a perception check if you would.
I certainly can.
Hoist
Perception.
the old mast down, my boys. Hoist the old mast down. Another day you'll find your way. So hoist the old mast down.
I rolled a 14 plus 1 for perception.
Okay.
15.
Now roll me a d6 if you would.
A
Please.
D6. All right. A 4.
4.
One of them number cubes.
One of them number cubes, yeah. 4, 4, 4. Okay. One of the islands piques your curiosity as you are going by, and most of these islands they look pretty bare. There's a few trees here and there. Some are kind of more like scraggly scrub-like trees, and there are some nice palms. And one of the islands, still not very large. You can definitely see right across the whole thing. But there does seem to be a hut in the middle of it, and the hut looks like it's less like constructed and more just kind of fallen trees have kind of been placed around and made kind of into a lean-to type thing. And as you're sailing along, you see an individual with long white hair, like draping down kind of onto the ground, and this really tattered robe, and this like gnarled staff that kind of looks like it's made out of driftwood. Just kind of pokes their head, stops, kind of steps out of the shack a little bit, and just kind of watches as you go. Just looking at you as you're looking at them.
So that's what you were doing, Torque?
Something similar, yes.
Well, that explains a lot.
Should we attempt to rescue them?
I'll give a big friendly wave and see if they...
How far away from this person are we?
Maybe like 600-700 feet.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
I don't think they're stuck there because we're on a fairly. I have to imagine ships go down this route fairly often.
Yeah, it's a major shipping route.
They
doesn't
kind of just
exactly
like raise it up a
seem-
little bit and give a little bit of nod to you, Flick. Like you can kind of see the waving, and you just see like they're far away. You can't like see them like close up, but just kind of like a little like, and then they turn around and walk back into the hut.
You gave me the all clear. We're good.
Why would somebody live out here like
Build out of
this?
coconuts. Yeah, I don't understand it, but then again, you've met Torque.
Yeah, but Torque joined us.
I'm assuming he got sick of it.
Well, that's fair.
Believe me, if you grew up where I grew up, you might like a little solitude every once in a while. They have it jammed in like sardines.
Torque, how old are you?
That is an excellent question.
It's been 5 weeks. He's got to check the sheet.
Start counting the rings.
At a certain point, keeping track felt somewhat unnecessary. Although if I were to wager a guess, I believe I am somewhere in my early 40s.
Yeah, I think everyone loses count after 40.
He's just like, what?
How long were you on that island, Torque?
About 10 years, give or take.
Oh,
Wow.
what'd you eat?
There were fish, there were coconuts, various tubers of sorts. Desfuna provided for me in my time there, on the promise that I continued to serve her once I left the island.
Why did you leave?
He kind of straightens up a bit.
Wow, he's tall when he stands up.
I believe that I am in search of a higher calling. There are certain points of business which I was unable to finish before my marooning. that I must see to complete before I pass from this world.
You were marooned. You swim pretty well. You breathe underwater.
As I said, Desfuna provides.
It's like a trial by fire.
Well, no, it's water.
Trial by water. Thank you. Yeah.
Trial by waiting. Jeez.
Trial by trial.
Hey, Torque, I think that's your higher calling.
I'm not falling for that again.
Taylor, how
What
much have
about
had to
you,
drink
Fleck?
today?
Fleck, play along.
Oh. What?
Well, what about you then? Surely a fancy man such as yourself would find much more lucrative work on the mainland, dancing for coins. What made you decide to join this crew?
I needed to get out into the oceans. See the world a little bit.
Yes, me too. I'm
Le-
definitely
learn
more of a
about
sightseeing
sailing.
variety. I have no other backstory to reveal at this juncture.
Yeah, the two guys who know how to pick locks don't want to get into their backgrounds too much.
You have your secrets and I have mine. This is sufficient for our working relationship for now.
And for mine. Don't, one of the rules that I have become accustomed to and live by is, so long as people serve me well and, are fine to me and to the crew, I'm not one for asking too many questions about what people aren't too keen on talking about. Now,
Why we love you, Captain.
if what you ain't telling us puts the rest of the crew and myself in danger, that becomes another issue. But
No, trust me, you're not the ones in danger.
well, I mean, we're always in danger, but I get what you're saying.
You say danger, I say adventure and fun.
I mean,
Interesting.
semantics, it's true.
I also say danger.
Potato, potato.
What's a potato?
Is that higher calling again?
A potato farming.
No.
Are we there yet?
On that note, let's proceed then to the following day. So let me get a subsequent D100 roll from somebody, please.
Who did the last?
I was gonna say I can do this one.
Yeah, I think you had partial dibs.
16.
Partial dibs.
Lower.
All right. So the following day, you see another kind of aquatic animal that takes a little bit of interest in the ship. However, these ones are more kind of out in the open ocean. And you see a large shape suddenly breach the water. You can see the black and the white colorings of a rather large orca. And you see 2, 3, 6, 10, 12, a whole ton of them, like a pack of orca swimming rapidly south.
Whale killers.
Like,
Or just looks over at Boone and just narrows his eyes like, don't even try it.
Hey, not one for whale, especially them.
so moving south quicker than any of us may have seen a pack of orca moving before?
Give me a nature check.
All right.
Look unusual.
She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right
Right
whale
whale
bore.
I rolled a 9 plus my 4 nature, so 13.
Okay. I mean, you're by no means an expert on orca, but you've spent your time at sea, so it's not uncommon to see whales. This isn't a leisurely, migration swim. This is they're moving quick, for a reason, either towards something or away from something, but they are moving fast.
Flick, you
And
got
there's
a
a lot of
spyglass
them.
up
You don't
there?
usually see that many orca. It's not unusual to see a pod of maybe up to a dozen even. But there's easy like 20, 30 or more of these orcas.
I think they are pack hunters, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be true.
Oh, they hunt whales, right? That's essentially how it works.
They hunt a lot of things.
Well, that too, yeah.
Flick, you got a spyglass up there?
I don't believe there is one.
You
We
got money for that?
Place one for a spyglass, but we currently don't have one. The last one we had fell overboard, and yeah, they cost a little bit of money.
Did the guy that dropped it overboard fall overboard as well?
Well, I mean, without the... Yeah, he did, actually.
Okay. Good
Mask
to know.
got hit by lightning, and he,
Flick,
went
avoid
for
the
an
lightning.
involuntary swim.
Okay. That's all right.
Took the spyglass. Come to think of it, I believe he was a gnome, Talon, actually. But anyway, that was quite a while ago. But
I'd like to have a gnome on a boat. That's what the dwarves always told me.
I mean, Talon, if you want to experience it, I could make you small, like a gnome.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Hey, Flick, take a look north and south. Can you see, are they running from something or going towards something?
I can assure you I've been told by many people I am of adequate size.
I'm sure you have been.
Wait till he gets his little willy out. Jeez. What is Willie up to these days, anyway?
Oh, he's
that pair of
sitting
yours?
in his nice pocket dimension. He's fine.
All right.
And by
All right, I
pocket
will- I
dimension,
will,
I mean in my pocket.
I will look back the way the whales were coming from and see if I can see any disturbance.
Sure. Give me a perception check, then.
Certainly. That's a 14 strike, you Captain.
14. You don't see anything obvious. I mean, you see there's waves, there's something breaking the water, quite far to the north. I have no idea. Nothing, no immediate danger, nothing that you can see that would cause that many orcas to be fleeing.
That's back the way we came from, right?
Yes, correct.
Do you think they might be running away from our spooky sunken ship?
I was born in the
guess.
year of the Griffin, so I might give it a bit of a look-see, see if I can pick anything
For
up.
it.
Okay, so slightly better.
You see one
Climb
more
the rigging,
wave
mount the
that
nest, and say, "What can
Flick
you
didn't
see?"
see. Yeah, nothing. Again, there does seem to be some sort of disturbance far, much further north, kind of more towards the southern end of the Isle of Morn, but nothing that is apparent.
Okay.
Do you
A
think
lot of birds, flying around. And
do you think that creature that with the tentacles reappeared?
Well, that was a long ways away.
That's
I
true.
don't believe it. Could
that was
make
actually
it.
about right around here. So
That's a long ways away. I think we're probably okay.
I guess we'll keep an eye on it.
My clever lad, and listen close.
well, why don't we say, lads, Flick, if you see any more orca or any kind of animal that's swimming south mighty fast, let us know and we'll stay on guard, as it were. But
Eyes double peeled, Captain. Yes, sir.
who knows the mind of a whale, what they do and where they go for what reason. As long as they don't attack me ship, I'm fine.
And up jumps the whale, the largest of all. If you's wanting some wind, well, I'll blows ye a squall.
Song for everything. Love it.
He's true, he does.
Whalers like songs. I don't know what to tell you.
Keeps the crew into it, and like anytime Talon starts like singing something, the rest of the crew, hey, and they start joining along. Like,
before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and caught her when she dived down below.
There we go. That's some Wellerman for you.
That's why you put whales in this session.
It's actually not. It's on the table. If you go into Ghost of Saltmarsh and look at the D100 table, oh look,
okay, all right,
orca. Although I've modified it slightly, but yes. All right. Nothing else grabs your attention on that day or the following. We'll move.
I was gonna say, I mean, that's a pretty substantial thing to notice.
It is. So you continue to move along south.
That might be an issue when we make our way back up there.
All right. So a few days later of sailing, as you kind of approach within a week's journey now, well within the week, kind of coming around the making your way around the Isle of Sands towards the port. We'll have another D100 roll, please.
Let's get Mike to do this one.
Yeah.
All right.
On tables.
I am. Maybe I'll cast Fireball at 6th level again. Let's see. So an 80 plus a 0 on the D10 is just 80?
Yeah.
Okay, 80.
80. All right. Flick.
Yeah.
In your perch. In the crow's nest. Looking again off to starboard, or port side. To the left, which would be east at this point. Cresting the horizon, you see a set of sails getting closer, getting rapidly closer.
Captain, port side, we got a bogey incoming.
Oh man, if it
And
was
you see
starboard,
their flag.
So there you go, Craig. You got me. If it was starboard side, I'd have a shanty for that. Because it's port.
You don't.
Fleet upon the starboard side, in battle we shall meet.
Turn the ship around, turn the ship around.
Wrong side, Talon. Put the bottle down.
Turn the ship around me, boys. Turn around and run.
So yes, the ship. You do notice that it does seem to be adjusting course to match you as you're traveling south instead of going straight. It is kind of seems to be keeping pace and turn.
I would definitely relay that. Captain, looks like she's bearing for us too.
I'm going to cast a quick message spell up to Flick.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we get ready?
Always, definitely.
All right. Load the cannons, raise the flags, take hold of your heart. Proper man of courage does not flee before the start. Let's go. Do not fear when death is near, when doom is nigh at hand. Your end marks the beginning of a life in fairer lands. That's a lie, but will they maybe still believe it? I don't know.
So Talon, you're saying what Flick see up there is all hands?
Yes, just in case.
All right. Why don't you do me a favor and belay that order?
You mean tell the others.
Yeah.
Yes.
Relay that order.
Relay, that's the word.
I was going to say belay means the opposite of that.
I'm a real ship captain. I know what I'm talking about. At least
hoist up the thing.
Pretend.
Batten down the what's that
That's
thing
right.
fitting? Somebody should stop it.
Do the rope stuff and the other things to get the ship ready.
Turn out to port. That's not port. Now I've got it.
Turn to face that or something.
I'm in control.
All right. So as the ship kind of slows down,
I will in song begin repeating that phrase over and over again.
Okay. So the ship kind of slows down and starts to turn towards the other ship. Flick, you keep an eye out there and let me know if you see any particular flag. Might give us an indication of what she's about.
Aye, aye, Skipper. What, is she flying colors at all, or what's the deal here?
All right, give me a perception check if you would, please.
All right. Hetcha, 13.
13. The only color you can make out is red.
Do I know of local nations or fleets that fly red?
Give me a history check.
Yeah.
Anybody, I'll say, if you're relaying this information.
I'll give it my best shot. Are we trespassing right
I
now?
am trained in history, so I'll help out.
You were not. You were in open seas.
When a bloody gate red ship hove inside, with our cracked 4-pounders we made to fight.
I got a 17.
17.
I got a 17 plus 6, so 23.
Mama.
Okay. So both of you know that a solid red sail can only mean one thing. The oh so cleverly named Redwater Pirates, who originally hail from the island of Redwater, which is far to the east, but are known to frequent many trading runs and shipping routes. They are ruthless, and they are always looking for a fight.
I'll tell you, boys, I have run into these jokers before. These guys are bad news.
I will make a note in my ship spotting journal up here. Red sails equals bad. Got it.
Always looking for a fight.
Them be the Redwater Pirates, all right. Well, lads,
We
you ready
spied
for a
sails
fight?
on the horizon and we tried to make a run. The pirates raised our red flag and our run, and it was done.
Hey.
I got a lot for pirates.
No.
Look at that.
It's almost
Sea
like
shanties
that's
about
kind
pirates?
of a theme.
Almost like pirates would be a theme on the ocean, yeah. All right. Give me a second here. I'm going to load up. We'll get ready for this. Dun, 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 dun. Ship battle. All right. So, normally captains kind of giving orders to the ship here, but that would just be me telling myself what to do, and that's no fun. So, I'm gonna bring y'all guys in on this with some new ship rules.
Oh.
Because I have those. So yes, if you are familiar with the ship battle rules and you're watching and you're like, hey, that's not it is because it's custom. So yeah,
Custom.
that's right. All right, so actions. Heading towards the ship, there are a few things that can be done. Essentially, you can the ship can go at full speed to try and get within firing range. It can go at half speed, which allows it to still approach, but kind of have some maneuvering speed. Or it can just hold fast and wait. It can turn to either side to prepare cannons to fire, or it can you can turn around and run. So what are you guys thinking?
I'm thinking we fight.
So it's been gaining on us?
It was because you were kind of going.
We were going sideways, it was going towards us?
Yeah, and you guys weren't sailing at like top knot because you're
Sure.
in a shipping route, just kind of making your way. And it was like full sails, just bearing right down.
I mean, if they're closing in on us this fast, what's stopping us from just opening fire as soon as they're within range? Or is the fact that they're coming at us at a perpendicular angle make them
Yeah.
target?
What were we able to determine anything about their ship? Is it bigger cannons, armaments?
It looked to be
front ram?
So based on your perception, Flick, it looked to be 3-mast, roughly the same size as your ship. You weren't able to really see its armament to see how many cannons she might be having aboard. But ship size is probably roughly the same.
Can we tell if it has like a ram at the front?
You didn't see any ram. Ram doesn't mean the ship can't ram you, but it didn't have any.
Sure,
like,
it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't have a constructed
specific
purposeful thing.
Yeah. But I mean, any ship, if they're crazy enough, and they're bloodthirsty pirates, so they might just be crazy enough to ram you.
Does Dunar, do you know anything about these pirates? Do they prefer to take ships or sink them?
What do I know about the Red Haven Red Flag?
The Redwater.
Redwater, thank you, pirates.
Redwater pirates. Essentially, they'll attack, and if the ship's left in good condition afterwards, they'll take it. If not, they'll sink it. They don't really care either way.
They'll just basically grab what they can by boarding and then leave it.
Exactly. If they get a ship out of it, great. If not, they're happy.
I think this is a great time to point
everybody.
out that in terms of armed combatants, we have about 4.
We've got cannons.
I'm guessing that's a ship full of pirates.
The ship's crew, if it comes to boarding, I've got some boarding stuff here, so the ship's crew will come into play there.
Yeah, but I'm guessing they're not trained Marines.
No, but they're pirate.
They're not all 4th level characters on board that pirate.
Yeah.
No, but they're.
But we
they're
are.
competent.
I mean,
level characters.
Torque can take at least one boarding plank, and then the rest of us can take the other.
I
If
have.
it's all the same, I'd prefer not to get into a boarding situation.
Yeah, I'm
Either scare them off
perfectly,
or sink them, but
Fill in full of holes. Lefty and Shorty, man the ballistas.
yeah, if we're going south and they're coming on the side of us, I say we try to outrun them, and if they get within range, we got broadsides on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's smart. You can pop enough holes in them, you'll get them to shy off.
I doubt that, but we can at least do something
Or
before.
we're just gonna load all the cannons while this discussion's going on.
I would have hoped that it already happened at this point.
they'd be the
Sound action stations. Where
I've been singing "Load the cannons, raise the flag, and take hold of your heart" for a while. Let's go, man.
So the Intrepid Devil, it's not a fully loaded ship, as it were. You have 2 cannons on port and two on starboard. You have swivel guns. You have 2 that would be able to fire port side, and then you have a ballista that would be able to fire port side as well. So you have a fair number of, but it's not like you have a row of like
Right.
16 pounders or anything.
We
like
have
that.
more than one cannon pointing in their direction, and they probably have maybe one at that. So I'm happy with that situation. Yeah, no, I agree. I think we try to outpace them if we can, and fight only when we have to, because it'd be a special kind of insanity to like actively take on pirates while being on a merchant ship. If we were on like a buccaneer or a privateer ship, that'd be different. But
I think you're forgetting though, Talon, is that you and I bring a pretty huge advantage to this ship. We can hurl spells at them from afar before they even get to boarding.
You're assuming them pirates don't have no spells.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
We live in a world full of magic, Dadar.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
I wouldn't put it past a couple of wizards to be like, this pirate thing's pretty nice.
Pretty lucrative, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to get anywhere near that ship.
Let's just put a bunch of cannonballs into the rigging and run like hell. I'm on board.
All right, so you guys gonna
Turn the ship around, me
sense.
boy. Turn around and run.
All right. So we'll assume then you hadn't yet turned to face them as
Yeah.
you're giving this order to
No, we are gonna
leave.
I think put broadsides towards them, but other than that, we're going to attempt to continue. I think we should angle slightly so that we're still kind of moving away from them in towards the mainland. And if we have to, we can try to maybe lose them on the shoreline.
Okay. All right. So, to go full speed. Who wants to roll a d6 for me, please?
Torque hasn't rolled yet.
Yeah, I'm the only one that hasn't rolled anything, so Whatever happens, we can blame me for it. 2.
That might be good.
2. All right, so 2 times 5 is 10. So the ship gains an additional 10 feet of movement. We're doing this faster, so okay. All right. Doing some quick calculations here. So it's 50 feet per turn that you can move. Okay. So this round of combat, you move essentially 50 feet, just kind of. We're not going to go round by round, but we'll say for the next couple rounds, you guys kind of head at full speed, and they are going to do the same, and they're going to kind of turn. And it looks like they're trying to aim in a way to kind of try and cut off. Like they're not coming like directly at you, but they're kind of coming like
they're going where we're going.
They're doing an intercept course.
They're trying to do the same. Like they see what you're doing, and you're pulling in. They're like, the ship turns, starts to kind of move in that direction.
Only we had a ram.
I will again message up to Flick. What do you think? Can we outpace him?
Outpace him and wreck the rigging. That's my call.
Does this ship have oars?
Your ship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are men on the oars?
They're
At
about
the
to be.
moment, you don't have a full crew. So.
Let's get those men on the oars.
Orc's gonna go on the oars.
Okay.
You're gonna need like 3 men on the other side to counter.
He's gonna stand in the middle and just reach out and grab one on either side.
There are oars. They're not used that often. Just based on the crew size, you don't have a max crew size. Boone tends to run fairly light, just for the types of business that.
Do we have alternating day-night shifts?
Yeah, you have enough to.
I would say wake the night shift.
All right.
And get them on the oars.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a popular decision, but it's going to help.
It's not. So because it's not going to be popular, how about we make a morale check? So Talon, if you would like, you can give me a
I am
persuasion
happy to
check.
do this. Persuasion?
Yes.
I think that's my thing.
Exactly.
It's not as much of my thing as it is performance, but persuasion's okay. 19.
Hey.
Okay. Given the urgency of your call to action and the announcement that it is, pirates and Redwater pirates at that, there's no arguments. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, okay, and then get up and get to stations, get to the oars.
Away. I'm gonna keep him in time, get him to really start going.
All right, so that will increase your speed significantly. Excellent.
Good.
The pirate ship does seem to be gaining quite heavily on you, and as they get closer now, you can tell. I would say, Dinar especially, you can tell there's a little bit more than wind in their sails. Or natural wind, at least. There is definitely more than natural speed that seems to be propelling them forward.
They're called the Redwater Pirates, and it's rage that fills their sails.
I mean, it could be. Or magic.
At what point would it seem like we've kind of reached the point of no return where outpacing them is no longer feasible?
I don't think we're going to outpace them. I think the best we can do is get as close to harbor as we can and hope that a passing ship might help us at some point.
So
Okay. Torque will stay on the oars then.
Your cannons have a maximum range of 2,700 feet at disadvantage, but so that is quite a good distance.
As soon as they're in that range, disadvantage or not, we're going to start firing.
Yeah, huh?
Do we have obviously we have a limited number supply of cannonballs?
You've got an ample amount.
Okay.
We have enough for at least a fight, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're not a warship, but you
self-defense.
You have enough to kind of to get yourselves out of a fight. I mean, you are technically a merchant ship. Technically,
and if push comes to shove, load the cutlery.
Yeah.
You're sort of like a merchant ship that's also sort of a smuggling merchant ship who does
merchant marine
shady things here and there. So yeah, you've got some. Boone expects a fight every now and then. So. All right. So as they get within maximum cannon range, you can see now that there are at least one, possibly two individuals that seem to be directing, casting and moving hands and stuff, and kind of billowing the sails. And you see the sails are definitely getting the ship to move quite a bit faster.
It'd be nice when I have that spell.
Airbenders.
On the front of the ship, yeah, exactly. The front of the ship, you can see one very large ballista is mounted on the front of the ship that's pointing directly towards you.
Neat.
There are a couple of swivel guns pointing direction as well. And sticking out the side, either side of the ship, you look. Oh, they got more guns than you.
Yeah, I kind of figured they would.
Let's keep them chasing us.
Realizing that we're about to engage in combat, Dinar's going to cast mage armor on himself.
Okay.
Do I have anything preventing?
Who's going to be my cannoneer for this fight? Or for this
below
this
deck
round?
working the oars with the oar crew.
Flick has a repertoire with some of the cannoneers.
Showing lefty specifically. So.
Flick, why don't you come down here and I'll stay up on top?
All right, let's get these cannons humming.
Torque, do you not know what common time is? Come on.
He just puts the oar down, sends like the guy sitting next to him rowing just like almost up through the ceiling and just storms up, grabbing his anchor on the way.
Okay. So there are you can make 2 cannon shots with disadvantage. Each has a +6 to attack.
Let's see. Whatever. Just roll 2d20s with 6, whatever.
Could just roll 2d20 and then add 6 to the higher number.
Disadvantage, so 13 then.
Okay. So 13 is not going to do it. So that one kind of fires wide. Second cannon.
Curse splash.
Oh.
The cannon fire kind of almost like splits to either side of the ship as it like comes kind of right through the middle of that. They're still gaining on you. They are not within range to fire their weapons yet. It's going to take you a couple of rounds to load your cannons. I'm assuming the plan is still the same at the moment, however.
Flee and attack on the way. Yeah, run and gun.
Run and gun. Okay.
Torque will assist with the reloading.
Okay. That'll speed it up a little bit. All right, so they get within about 2,000 feet now and closing. And you got spells that can go 2,000 feet? Anyone?
No.
No.
Dinar has a stupid idea for when they get a little bit closer.
Neither do they.
I also have many stupid ideas.
I'm excited for my stupid idea.
Me too. DM's always excited when a player says, I have a stupid idea. It's like, ooh, do tell.
So Dinar, I'll just say this. Dinar is going to position himself on the top deck, close to where the cannonballs are firing out of the ship. Just in preparation. Once we get... What is the optimal range for the cannons?
900 feet.
900 feet. So once we get within 900 feet, Dinar is going to enact his stupid plan. It might be brilliant. Who knows?
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I guess we will. Okay. So in the meantime, the ship gets closer. Are you still trying to attempt a full speed, as fast as you can go kind of thing?
I still think we should try to get as close as far as we can, before we're like definitely basically once they fire the first shot. I think at that point we're gonna have to pull and all hands on deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Talon, since you have kind of taken the role, give me another persuasion check for the crew to keep them going. They are working very hard on the oars and on the rigging right now to give the ship everything they can.
Risk it all, that captain cried. It's the only chance we've got. Salvation if we make it, and our souls if we get caught.
Pretty much. 14. Okay.
Not
They're
terrible.
they're sweating through it. And they're going. They don't want to get caught by pirates any more than you do.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, go ahead and give me a another D6 if you would.
Okay, I will do that one. 3.
3. Okay.
Bigger.
So that
That's
is
good.
an additional 30 feet per round on top of the max sail speed. And the oars. So very well done. Excellent. That gets you a bit of oomph.
We were almost to the harbor, we could see the natural break, and each man willed their forward, for they knew what was at stake.
All right, so we'll say in the next round, and these aren't like 6-second rounds, these were like rounds,
Minutes.
using loosely here, because I'm not going to do 30 feet per 6 seconds.
Wait, you don't want the combat to take the rest of the session?
No. Well, no. Not this way. And I'm sure those watching or listening don't either, because there's more exciting things than this, which is why expedient ship combat is the name of the game. All right. So we'll say you continue at that pace as they continue to gain on you, and they will get within your minimum cannon range of 900 feet, which, speaking in terms of a ship coming at you, it's pretty close.
Yeah, that's too close.
That's like they're barreling right at you.
Close
enough now you can start to hear that and the roars and the shouts, and
from that deck of the cursed ship we could hear them laugh.
Some of those roars sounding a little bit less human or humanoid than others as well. So
do we want to does it look like they're gonna ram us at this point, or is this more of a they're coming in to like sidle in beside us?
You don't see give me an insight check, actually.
Okie dokie. I mean, as much as I know about pirates, which is to say not much.
Actually,
Stories and things I've heard. Actually, okay, apparently I'm pretty good at telling what's going on.
You've been with Boone for the longest out of the crew, out of the four of you, and you've kind of learned a few things under his tutelage. So again, you don't see a ram on the front of the ship, and rather than they do seem to be kind of trying to lead you as opposed to coming directly, like aiming for your center.
They want to cut us off and then start firing and boarding.
So yeah, it looks like they're going to get in range where they can actually kind of turn to match you and then open fire, is what you gather.
Well,
they're moving fast.
I'd love to be
prepare yourself to fight. Come with us, unite. Draw forth your rapier and powder. Set sail with us tonight.
All right, lefty, shorty, we can get this.
Is it time for Dinar's stupid plan?
It is.
They're coming with 900
feet.
Dinar's stupid plan might require timing.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know how effective this is going to be. Can I just ask, what is the
I don't know what you're planning, Dinar, but it's going to be an awesome story later. Inspiration.
Ooh,
hey,
I like that.
There we go.
What is the damage on the cannonballs? Just out of curiosity.
Like what's D10?
8d10.
Yes.
Well, my plan won't do much, but when the cannonball fires,
cannons. So.
Sorry.
They're cannons. So,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So when the cannonball fires, Dinar, in all of his infinite wisdom, is going to cast Enlarge on the cannonball as it leaves.
Show me in the book, Ref. Can you show me in the book where that's not allowed?
You cause a creature or an object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration.
Damn.
Choose either a creature or an object that is neither worn nor carried.
I mean, that was a thing, right? You get a ring of Enlarge, you put that at the end of your gun.
How would that affect?
So
its trajectory.
That sounds like a DM.
Well, and that's where like the trajectory may be affected by it, and Dinar wouldn't know because.
Well, that's the thing. You're making like probably rapid calculations in your head. And it's like, whatever, we'll try it.
That's why I wanted to at least get into the minimum range or the optimal range of the cannonball
Yeah, you want this
before
to
I tried
hit.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
So
think
here's how I'm gonna. Sorry, what's that?
I was just thinking 2 ways to go about it. You either make the damage go up, or you give us an accuracy increase, like give us advantage on the shot or something. That would be the.
I feel like the damage would go up, but the accuracy would go down.
That's exactly what I was thinking because
the
it's going to
mass
change
would-
its trajectory.
It would, yeah.
It's essentially like as suddenly all of a sudden it gets larger, you've increased the mass, and so its speed is going to
Now,
decrease.
if you have time,
exponentially.
to alert us of this, you could get Torque to prop up the cannon and give it a bit more
fix
lift.
the trajectory, and then like do it like right when the cannonball's like at the top of the arc, like. Before.
Yeah, depending on the range.
I mean, if you've planned
Oh.
this out and if you're willing to let the crew let your friends know.
Yeah,
your-
don't leave this as a back
crazy
pocket
plan.
thing. You got we need to plan this.
Okay,
this can
so-
work.
so
this
next
is not
ti-
as stupid as idea as you think it is.
Next time I'll have the foresight to think about it
Yeah.
ahead of time. I didn't this time, so Dinar's doing it on the fly.
Okay, in that case, we're gonna do it this way. So the shot is gonna be a disadvantage, but if it hits, it's gonna be increased damage.
All right, here we go. I think I've got the.
Okay.
Come on,
all
Flick.
right. And-
Flick, you can have the bardic inspiration.
Inspiration as well. Yeah, I definitely throw that in.
All right.
If you're the one who's doing the firing, then yeah, you're gonna get that.
D6,
The
D8.
D6.
So 21 in total,
That's with disadvantage.
as with disadvantage.
Okay, that will hit.
Yeah.
Definitely will hit. Dinar,
Yep.
I'll get you to do this.
Okay.
You can do this. You can do this on roll 20 because I don't imagine you have 12 d10s sitting in front of you right now. But you may roll 12 d10 for this attack in place of the 8 d10. As this ball like shoots out, all of a sudden it's like, and you can actually see like there's the one guy who's like right up on the foremast who's like looking at it, he's just like, ah! This is like this massive ball.
He's just out there like either it's moving really fast or
There's something wacky with perspective going on here.
Okay. I do have 8. Well, I have D100s, but I mean the single number on them it's still a D10. So I got to roll 8, and then I'll re-roll. I'll roll 2 more.
Physical dice, baby. All right.
Yep.
We match our wits and cannonballs with the finest of their fleet. Their admiral walks the plank in the shame of his defeat.
That's a
Can we even
10.
hear you over the cannon fire?
Oh God,
We'll
no.
see. No. You hear defeat.
Okay, I rolled some good numbers, guys.
Smoke everywhere.
That's a 1 and that's a 4. Okay, so
Those aren't
They
good
said
numbers.
good numbers.
no, but just
Wait,
okay.
hold on a
So
second.
so just give me a second here. So that's a 1 and a 4. Those are my 2 lowest rolls. I'm gonna be rolling those to get to 12. No, I need to roll 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also rolled 2 8s. So I'll re-roll the 8s and the 1 and the 4. Not re-roll, additionally roll. Yeah, that's good. That's good. There's another 8.
So many memes for this one.
That's a 5. That's another 1. Yuck, and a 3. Okay, let me just.
It really does surprise me how versatile Enlarge Reduce is. It is
It's
probably one of the
true.
most versatile spells in the game. It's very a lot of people don't really, they kind of gloss it over, but you can do a lot with it.
I'm gonna add it right
And
up there.
let's see him
underused
shrink the
versus
enemy cannonballs
basic,
before
so.
they hit us.
Okay, I'm just. That's
you
what I.
could reduce
That's
the
what I
enemy
rolled.
cannonballs
Now
coming
I've got
at
to
you.
add all of that together.
Oh, geez.
So 5, 13, then 24. 30.
Remember the part about math, boys
Yep.
and girls?
Wow, you did
Friends,
roll really
nerds.
well. Holy cow. Look at that. That's beautiful.
It's
Uh,
math.
That's 60.
Hey, 777,
Didn't we say-
jackpot.
Didn't we say we weren't gonna make Mike do math? That's
Yeah,
worse.
that's why you put it in there for me. 69, I believe.
Something along
69.
Nice.
69.
Nice.
All right, your shot does 69, and you still have a second cannon shot, by the way,
Yeah, we have a second cannon.
on this round. So
And seeing the success. Well, wait. On that round, I can't cast another spell.
no, you can only do one. So Flick, go ahead and this is just a straight shot +6 for the second cannon. No disadvantage. No increased.
Too impressed by the first one.
Oh, yeah. That one kind of. We'll put it this way: as the shot fires and the casting of the ball is so close to the cannon when it like enlarges that it kind of like it draws the attention of the other cannoneers, and they're like, whoa, and they like misfire and fire off to the side. But still 69 damage. There's nothing to laugh at.
Our cracked 4-pounders made an awful dinner with one fat ball. We stove them in.
The entire
Where did we
hit? The foremast, like right on the front of the ship, or the what's the word? The headpiece, the thing, figurehead. Figurehead. That's what I'm looking for. Just like snaps and just like blows apart. You can actually see a little bit of a hole and splinters at the very, very front of the ship. And there's just like cries of rage as the ship just barrels on, heading still towards you.
Well,
Flick's running up and down the deck doing high.
However, I will say a cannonball of that size and a direct forward hit will slow their momentum slightly.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
As it's like hitting like a not like exponentially, but it's enough. Maybe.
I'll take whatever we can get.
Yep.
Next time, aim higher.
So they're now they're gonna get within max range for their swivel and ballista.
Oh boy.
Before you can
hit the deck.
Get your shots off. So we're gonna go ahead and roll these.
Does Torque have time to do his turtle defense before they open fire on us?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right.
And you can see the
Torque is going to grab.
Torque
is literally going to grab Lefty in one hand and Shorter the other, and then just like go into his shell and basically like pin them to the deck while he's inside his shell to give them cover as well.
Okay, so the ballista is gonna hit.
Ooh.
And it is gonna do 15 points of damage to the ship.
All right, that's not enough.
Kind of pierces into the side of the ship. And swivel guns. There are two aiming towards you, and they're aiming at the deck. As soon as one fires, you see the projectile kind of come out and go and scatter. It looks like it's some sort of scatter shot that's just a whole bunch of tiny little projectiles are coming towards you.
That's great.
Are they just hitting the ship?
Yeah, that's stuff designed to mess up your sails and rigging. Like
that's designed to disable the ship so they can, with minimal damage to the actual ship itself. It's pretty smart.
Okay, so both swivel guns are going to hit. The armor class is 15. So both of those are a hit. First swivel gun does 18 points of slashing damage. Those of you who are on deck, make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I'm so
I think
good
it's all
at
of you.
those.
Except Flick. Flick would not be. Flick would be on the cannon deck, right? I believe so.
I should have done shell defense. No, shouldn't I?
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
As
you see a bunch of little stars just coming at you.
Okay, 16. Still
I rolled
respectable.
a 14 plus 1, 15.
15, okay. So I should do the cap in here too. That's 19. So Talon, you're the only one. So you get hit by that. You're gonna take 4 points of slashing damage as you get hit by one of the projectiles. Kind of. And looking at it, you can actually see it kind of as it embeds.
My vest.
And it literally does just look like a piece of a iron rock cannonball, like something in it just made it explode. It's like a 2-pounder, like small swivel gun, but shards hurt.
Well, it's like a grenade, so yeah.
That's kind of how it is. And the second shot does 13 damage, and that one's going to hit one of the masts. So that just counts as against the. So not too bad overall with their attacks there, but some damage done to the ship. All right, and as we get into cannon on cannon fire, essentially now is what it's going to come down to. So the ship kind of comes up beside you, and you can see now the crew of this pirate ship. You see an ogre. You see some lizard folk, savage type looking lizard folk. It is a mishmash crew, and some of them are wearing like mismatched armor. Some of them seem to be wearing bones and skull parts and other related things that just, not fun.
This is a motley crew.
Indeed. No, I'll get the guitars out. No. They don't seem the type of ship you would parlay with. They seem more like the ship that you either kill or run away from, because they're out for blood.
They might have treasure.
How close are they to us now?
So they are coming up within 200 feet now, as they are very rapidly. They're looking like they're trying to cut you off. So they're not like they're not quite at boarding. They do appear to be getting boarding axes and boarding grapples and stuff ready. But there's probably going to be 1 or 2 more rounds of cannon fire before that takes place.
What sort of head count are we looking at? Is it comparable to us? Do they have more than us?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, too busy with the guns.
Yeah,
It's smoking your way.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them. Some, like, again, there's like you see like at least 1 ogre. So that's Torque's fight probably, but
Any turtles aboard?
You give me a perception check.
You got it.
It wasn't a no.
I gotta see if you can see or not.
Well, I'm also in my shell, so.
Hard to say. Don't see any, but doesn't mean no. All right, lads.
As a bonus action, Torque is going to, get out of his shell and stand up. And if he's at least within 15 feet of one of the cannons, he's going to try and maneuver it to make the next stupid plan that Dinar attempts a little bit easier.
Okay. So, as the other ship comes in range, so you have a few options. So you do have 1 ballista and 2 swivels that can fire, as well as 2 cannons. So you wouldn't be able to get all of those. I'd say you can either do the 2 cannons, or you could do all the rest, because those are all deck side, like top side. And it takes crew to aim and load and fire, and you don't have a large crew.
I feel like
A lot of them are on the oars right now too.
Cannons have a lot more potential to deal damage. I don't know if they're more or less accurate.
Yeah. Should we focus fire on the ones about to board or on the ones filling the sails with wind?
Well, that ballista might be firing a harpoon, which, if it nests itself into our ship, means we cannot get away.
So if you want to go for a crew aboard, then your
Cannons
priority
are
is.
easy to go.
I would just think we hit the hull and hope we spring a leak on them.
Otherwise, you want to go swivels. Swivels are basically your anti-personnel. Swivels and ballistas are your kind of.
I'd say it's better to remove the masts and the sails than to take out the hull. The hull is going to be the hardest part to take out.
They can't fill nothing there. We take the mast down, then.
Because even then, you can actively repair a hull while in combat, but a mast with sails.
That's true.
That's down. That's down. Like even with mending magic, it's still going to take them a while to recover from that.
Okay.
So 1 more round of fire at the mast, then.
So that is essentially it's a higher AC. It's a more challenging shot.
Can Torque help maneuver the cannon to confer any sort of advantage, or?
With your size, I would say, you'd be able to kind of help in the aiming of it, or in the positioning of it.
If we're aiming for the mast, I think Torque literally just gets underneath the cannon and then stands up.
Give me a strength check. These are cannons. So they are large and heavy.
A check, right? Not a save.
That's right. Yeah, just pure strength. Feat of physical strength.
19.
Nice.
You're like, I got this. Okay, this is actually really heavy, but you do manage to kind of like get the nose up. It's helping. You might not be able to hear after this, but
Tuck my head into the shell.
you know, that's right. Turtle. Okay. So I'll say that'll essentially it'll affect the AC for aiming. So the masts are going to be harder to hit. You've got 3 masts to choose from. You've got the main mast in the middle. Then you've got one sort of more towards the front of the ship and one at the rear as well. Any preference?
I'll make my way to the stairs and shout down, guys, I'm not gonna do that thing again. Aim for the
it works so well.
Yeah, but if it misses now, it's a lot more dangerous. We're too close. I'm gonna go for the. Wow, what is the word I'm looking for?
Mainsail?
The sails. I'm gonna go for the sails with a firebolt, try to burn them out.
The rigging?
Yeah. You guys go for
fire.
the masts.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I
Your
figure
max range on that is 120 feet, right?
I know, so I'm gonna hold it until
Firebolt,
we're
yeah.
within range.
Okay.
figure go for one of the smaller masts and hope that we can take one out. Because I think the main mast is going to have the most hit points. That's kind of the. If we can take any of the masts out, that'll slow them enough, I figure. So.
All right. Go ahead and make a cannon shot.
All right, so just a straight shot.
+6. Yep. For
Good
the
shot.
mast. Woo!
Nice.
That will just hit the mast.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
It does have an AC. Well, I had an AC 20, but I lowered it because of torque helping. So that's only a 1 cannon. So yeah, so we'll say the torque the cannon is holding will hit. So that's 8d10 bludgeoning. Ooh.
I mean, it's not a 69, but it's still pretty good.
Ooh. Now it doesn't destroy the mast completely, but I mean, almost completely. It's like just holding on. You can tell if it wasn't for the rigging attached to it, it probably would have fallen over. So it's barely holding on by the rigging at this point.
Does that mean it is less effective now, or like should I move to a different target, or just finish this one off? Is what I'm asking.
It definitely will lessen its speed.
All right.
Significantly.
I'm going to. I'm assuming the ship has like a forecastle.
Yes.
So I'm going to duck down behind the forecastle and ready for when they're 120 feet. I'm going to start firing shots with my flintlock.
Okay.
Because.
Got to do something. Yep.
All right. I'll take the other cannon shot will be at the rear small mast. Then.
Okay. The aft mast.
Yes. So this one is not with the assist.
No.
So, no.
Yeah.
Dang.
That one fires
Hope is
wide.
now before us, and misery at aft.
So the ship would have gone fast enough to cut you off, because it is going faster than normally able. So with the foresail, with that foresail kind of definitely hampered that mast kind of hanging on. It loses its speed, but you do still see there are definitely 2 individuals that are just casting and seem to be continuously casting.
Okay, I know who I'm going to hit now when they get close.
So it does manage to maintain and match your speed, but it is no longer
It's not gaining, it's matching.
Yeah, so it is now going
Progress
to turn beside you as you guys get closer. So it's in the next round.
What species are the 2 that are fluffing the sails right now?
So I'd say you're now within 100 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
So I want.
Bang.
And they are going to fire.
Shoot. Of course.
I am going to shoot at disadvantage though, because this is a hell of a shot for long distance.
So they're going to open cannon fire on you guys.
Would you like me to take my shot first, or do you want them to do that?
This is like you guys got your shots and they got their shots before they were within the 100 feet. So
okay.
for you. So that's one cannon is going to hit. The second one is not going to hit.
I don't suppose my shield works on the whole ship.
No. So hey, 1 out of 3, not bad. Only 1 out of 3 is going to hit you.
That's all right.
So happy to see that 1 and a 2.
For 43 damage, however.
Yeah, well, I mean, turnabout's fair play.
What did they hit?
They hit the hull.
Okay.
Okay.
The hull can take it.
They're just going. They're going for the hull.
Not a lot of those, but it can take it.
Not a lot, but you definitely feel the impact of that. You do hear below decks. You hear a rather substantial scream.
Can deal with that in a minute.
Shorty or lefty?
You may have lost some crew from that, as the ore deck and the kind of below that cannon deck definitely took the brunt of that hit. And so there are a couple of ores that are now laying in the water, trailing behind you, which will affect your speed a little bit, but you're pretty much almost within boarding range, so the speed's not going to matter too much at this point.
Yeah.
So on that note, we are going to change maps momentarily here.
Should me and Dinar do our shots?
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to go ahead and do that.
I mean, Tort's got some javelins.
Yeah.
How far can you fire that javelin? 100 feet?
Yeah, I mean, at disadvantage, but yeah. I mean, nothing
12,
ventured.
10. Yeah, that's not going to hit anything.
Yeah, I figured.
May
I wouldn't
I,
have hit it anyway. I rolled a 12 on my other one. So.
May I attempt a javelin?
Sure.
Okay. Now,
Dinar,
obviously,
you're
I'm not going to be. I'm going to be aiming at the two mages. One of them that's manning the sails.
I think we got to focus them down.
Yeah, try and break their concentration.
I want their spell.
I thought I rolled, but maybe I didn't.
I can only do light gusts of wind. I want to be able to do like that's painful.
Unfortunate.
So high and so low.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to do it.
There are 3 masts and 3 sails on the pirate ship, right?
There are about 2 and part of a sail.
2 and part of a sail.
Or mast, remaining, because, the one cannon shot did take out...
One of them yet.
Almost completely took out the foremast, so...
The foremast, that's the one in front. I'm assuming the mages then are pumping wind into the back, too?
They're pumping into the mainsail, which is the main mast in the middle, yeah.
Oh, just the mainsail.
That's the largest.
That's the one you want to put the wind into.
Well, yeah, that's the one you want to put the wind into. My concern is that their wind is going to knock out my flame once it ignites.
Or make it worse.
Or make it worse, actually. You know what? That's a darn good point.
You know the expression
Worse?
fan the flames?
Worse or better?
All right, so then I'm going to throw my firebolt into the mast, or into the sail specifically that they are gusting.
Sail.
Okay.
Sail.
Come sail away. Come
Okay.
sail away.
Give me an attack for the sail.
It's rolling good. That's a 6 plus 6, a 12.
That's exactly what you need.
Oh, nice.
Hey!
It's pretty large. It's hard to it's a very large sail.
Well, that's what I was hoping. Yes.
It's also a moving target, and there's wind.
But nope, 12 is exactly the sail's AC. So
All right, so it's gonna take.
He shoots the firebolt into the path of the wind that they're sending up, and it just literally just curves and
blows the fire in.
All right, so I deal 5 fire damage to the sail, and assuming it's flammable, it ignites.
Okay. So
Probably not hyper
Warner
flammable,
carry.
but I'm sure it's flammable.
So
But is it
here's what you
inflammable?
see. You do see a kind of a scorch mark where you hit, and there is a hole, not as large of a hole as you would expect. And the flame doesn't really stick to the sail. It kind of is there for a moment.
Yeah, they probably coated it in something.
The sail's kind of after a moment.
Dang. Okay.
But you did punch a hole in it.
Yeah.
A small one.
Yes, firebolts are not big.
No.
Fireball would do the trick.
Fireball would do the trick. I'm not quite there yet.
One more level. One more level.
All right, so let's go ahead and move us over here.
Oh boy.
So we'll say for intents and purposes that they are 100 feet away still at this
Look at all
point.
those fancy creatures over there.
But they, yeah. So this is our ships coming up against each other now. On a different
I run,
music.
I jump, I swim about this far.
You're gonna swim at them?
Yeah. Aggressively swim at them.
Aggressively swimming.
That's right.
I'll
All
never
right.
see you coming.
So, can I get initiative?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, there's still initiative up there. Remove all those first.
Flick can keep his, but I think the rest of us will change.
Yeah. I'll just roll another one. It'll be fine.
Oh.
Wow. We all suck.
I mean,
Yeah.
assuming that they all do just as bad as us.
You keep thinking that, Jack.
You know, I'll hold on to my hope, like until just the very last.
So now that you are much closer, you can see that the majority of this crew would be what is considered monstrous.
Oh.
That there are humanoids amongst them, like there's like some goblin folk and stuff, but you see some lizard folk. Yeah, this isn't your standard human, for lack of
It's
better
not
term,
just a motley
ship.
crew. It's a zoo.
monstrous motley
Well,
crew.
at least they're equal opportunity employers.
True. Ooh, that's a big one. Didn't add that.
And could you ping the two wizards for us?
So the two that you see casting spells are that guy and that guy.
Gotcha.
Sorry, which two? The ones closest to the sails?
No.
Could you put like a blue dot or
Oh,
something?
I
up
see.
So we know.
Yeah, the two in the back.
The lizards.
Awesome. Thank you.
Give you a blue dot on either of those ones. The blue dot wizards.
Okay.
Okay, so captain's turn is going to be essentially the ship's turn. Nicely done, Captain Boone.
At least one of us rolled well.
He rolled a 19. Wunderbar. All right, so the ship gets to go first.
Yay!
And he's just simply going to order the crew to load the cannons. And prepare the cannons to fire on next turn.
Ready the small arms, prepare for attack.
Singing my song.
So this flick you can see from your crow's nest. This is a goblin, but this appears to be one of the mainland goblin folk, as opposed to careful goblins. So these are the goblins who have a history of being more monstrous.
Bloodthirsty.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different type of goblin, but a goblin nonetheless. And it has a odd-looking firearm that it seems to be holding. Very weird looking, and it just kind of points out, and it's kind of looking around, and actually sees you up in the crow's nest, and Goblin's just like, "Ah, you filthy traitor! Yeah, you should be working with your own kind."
Really?
That's going to be a 18 to hit.
No, sir. That does not hit my armor class of 19.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
There's like smoke coming off the back of this pistol. Talon, I'd say immediately recognize this is not a standard pistol.
I want it. That's mine.
We'll have to get over there and get it then.
Yeah.
Hey, Talon, I see a souvenir for you, son.
So this one of the lizard folk on the front ballista is going to turn it. And he's going to aim for the biggest target he can see at the moment, which would happen to be Torque.
Yep.
What's he aiming at me?
The ballista.
Okay.
Not a full-size
Okay.
ballista though. These are like a little bit smaller size ballistas. Yeah. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
No, sir.
Okay. Bolt goes flying by. The one of the mages who has been casting towards the sail, now as you get closer, Dinar, having picked you out as the one who cast fire at the sail, is going to turn and do exactly the same. And you see the same casting is casts a firebolt in your direction.
Does that at least disrupt their wind?
It does a little bit, but they're for the most part they've kind of matched your speed for the moment. So he's taking a moment off of that and just being like, that's not gonna hit. I rolled a 3 plus. That's irrelevant. So,
Yay.
3 plus anything at this point is irrelevant.
What school are you again? Are you War Wizard or something
I am
else?
School of War Magic.
Okay, you see a couple of well-armored hobgoblin raiders. You can see they've got chainmail, pretty nasty-looking scimitars in their hands, and one of them has a crossbow, and the other has a pistol. So the crossbow, he's just going to kind of wait, but the one with the pistol is going to take a shot at Tayland. I rolled a number 3. My metal dice are not okay. So that's going to do nothing. All right, Dinar. So you're about 100 feet away at this point, keep in mind.
100 feet. That is like just outside of the range of some of my spells.
Yep.
Which sucks.
Not firebolt.
Not
what is the
firebolt,
plan
but
for, do we see, like, is their ship still closing with us? Or okay,
They're still
so
like, for purposes of the map here, I've got them side by side, but they are still kind of like
they're angling closer.
They're
So
slightly angled.
they're trying to move in, and again you can see now there's some boarding axes or boarding grapples.
See,
up
I
ready
have
there.
some good spells for this, but because we're moving, it makes it really complicated.
yeah, if we could stop, oh man, I could do some damage. Not
They
real,
can
not
stop.
literal damage, but
I'd be
all right.
forced to stop soon, but anyway.
yeah. So Dinar is going to whichever one just tried to firebolt me, he's going to return fire. So
So that's the guy down on the main deck here.
throw a firebolt at that jerk.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 19 plus 6, 25.
Yep.
just squeaks by.
Just
I mean,
maybe.
Can't even shield that one. That's
Okay, so that is 6. Yeah, 6 fire damage.
Whew. Wow. Said something in, you assume to be lizard folk, whatever language they speak, that doesn't sound nice.
And then at the end of Dinar's turn, he's going to make his way up towards the captain to kind of put himself between the ship and the captain.
Okay. Now you do have swivel gun there that you are able to use as well. Just keep.
Is it loaded?
You would have to load it,
Okay.
which takes an action to load it,
Takes
and then
a
an
full
action to
action,
fire
okay.
it.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, well that's my turn.
So, but you do have at this point you on deck you have a ballista, one ballista, and one swivel that you can use.
So I would be 2 rounds to fire it, one round to load.
Unless you
round.
have somebody aiding you. So if there's 2 of you on one thing, essentially, or if you have 2 people on one thing,
Okay.
the majority of the crew right now is on the oars or in the cannons,
Right. Okay.
so are unable to help. But all right, Torque.
All right. Well, in terms of options, I have 4 more javelins and not much else. So until we close that distance, I think that's going to be my leading.
You're not
strategy.
getting those javelins back, though. Just keep that in mind.
No.
Yeah, we'll get money for more. I'm gonna try and throw another one at the goblin with the weird gun because I feel like he's gonna be an issue if I don't.
Okay.
We're still more than 100 feet.
You're at 100 feet.
Okay.
Ooh.
22.
That is.
And that's gonna be 6 piercing damage.
Nice.
If only I could add rage onto that.
Nicely done. Stupid turtle.
Nice shot.
If only
Is
we
that
were
it for Torque?
closer. I can't attack twice yet, so yeah, I don't really have a lot of bonus action, actionable stuff right now.
Okay. Mr. Flick.
Yeah, I guess I will move to the forward ballista and load it. Because, yeah, 100 feet is well beyond any of my range.
Okay. Ballista is loaded, ready to fire in subsequent turn.
Hooray!
Alrighty. All right, secondary spellcaster on their side is going to continue at the sails, maintaining his spellcasting. That brings us to Tayland, all the way down at 4.
Yeah. Again. So we are still at 100 feet out, right?
Indeed.
Then I will reload and take another shot, I guess. Why not? I'm gonna again aim for the one spellcaster who is doing the wind. 16.
16 does hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
For 5 piercing damage.
Okay, that's the one that was hit before, was it not?
Yep. Yeah, that's the one that I targeted.
Was he concentrating on a spell perchance?
No, he
that's-
dropped that to turn and fire at you guys.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Okay, he's yeah, he's not happy in the moment.
Good.
He's hurting.
And I'm gonna throw a point of inspiration onto Flick,
Hey.
so that he
Alright.
can help me get that gun.
You betcha.
Boots are yours if you get me that gun.
Hey man, he calls me a traitor. He doesn't even know me.
Oh, and that's the other side too. We're bros now. We're gonna.
Yeah. He doesn't.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'll be your goblin companion.
So their captain was focusing on speed at the moment for full speed, so no cannon fire from them because they're going full speed ahead. So that brings us to Captain Boone and the Intrepid Devil, who is going to fire some cannons.
Yeah. Blow some holes in that ship.
Who wants to be my cannoneer? I mean, I can just roll it, but then I was rolling against myself. Which I mean, I guess I do a lot of time there.
Jack, go for it.
All right. It's
So
plus
D20
6.
plus 6. And you get 2 shots, 2 cannons.
And these aren't a disadvantage, right?
That's correct. Well within their normal range of
All right.
900
Well, the first
feet,
one's
so
an 18,
that hits.
and the second one a 22.
Both hit. That's 8d10 per shot. At this range,
okay.
they'd be hull shots.
Make
No modifier to the damage roll, though, right?
Sorry?
No modifier to the damage roll.
Correct. Just straight 8d10.
All right. No whammies. 62 on the first.
Ooh, baby.
Look at all those 8 and 9s.
big one.
This one's taking a while to calculate.
It's fun rolling lots of dice, right?
44 on the second.
That
So
was a 62 without an enlarged spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at-
Wow.
I did my best.
Wow.
that's over 100.
That's insane.
Technically, I accomplished none of that.
Give me a D4 roll, please.
You got it, Captain.
Roll 4.
Tree.
Okay. So I guess it's not your shot, but the cannons rip a pretty significant hole, and no, that's not what I wanted to do. Do it this way. Knock out full cannon port.
Hey.
As a whole just
Alright.
blasts into the deck. So they're down. They have an extra cannon midship there that isn't on my map, like right here, but on that side. So they're down to 2 cannons on that side, and there's a significant gaping hole in their ship, which they don't really seem to care about. Because, you know, crazy, murderous, monstrous pirates and all.
Just gonna steal our ship instead.
Yeah. We got a replacement right here.
Thank you for that very accurate cannon drawing. Wonderful.
More
All
like
right.
More like a non-cannon now.
That cannon is now cannon on that ship.
Yes.
All right, Goblin with fancy firearm.
I don't like you guys.
And this isn't Goblin, of course.
I'll translate.
Yeah. So this is at flick again. Does a 17 hit?
Nope. Head goes to the other side this time.
Man.
Are you gonna hit me? Or are you just gonna shoot bullets around all day? Jeez.
Oh, I'm gonna come and cut your tongue out.
He's hitting every molecule around you except you.
I know. See, if he was a careful goblin, I'd be dead already. But no, mainlander, landlubber. What can you do?
Well, now you've gone too far. Across the line.
All right, so this lizard folk up on the ballista is reloading. All right, spellcaster. What's he gonna do?
Cast a
So
spell, probably.
the ship's within about 70 feet now, so
Ooh.
it is closing.
That's 10
Just-
out. That's
just so
10
you're
out
aware,
too
yeah.
far.
Yeah, why not? He's gonna go for you, Dinar, again. He's gonna cast firebolt at you.
Bring it.
That is a 17.
Okay, let me do some mental math here. I've got mage armor, which my armor class is now 14. I will shield.
Okay. All right. Fire goes off of it.
Nice one, D.
All right. Hobby Gobbly up here is going to shoot a crossbow bolt at Dinar, since we can see. 5. It's 2 better than 3, but still worthless.
That one.
Other
got sucked to
Hobgoblin,
shield as well.
you can take a pistol shot at Talon. Oh, come on. I'm rolling like garbage for these guys. Wow.
Well, Craig, if it's any consolation, we appreciate it. So
I'm sure you do. Dinar.
All right, Dinar sees the oh my word, words are so hard right now. What's the thing I'm standing next to? Yeah, I'm not going to use that.
The swivel gun?
The swivel gun. Thank you. The swivel gun. He's not going to use the swivel gun. Instead he's going to pull out a little powdered rhubarb leaf and an adder's stomach and kind of mush him around in his hand.
Gross
And then he's going
combination.
to fire out an acid arrow at the one that I've shot at already.
Now, did the rhubarb leaf come out of the snake's stomach, or like how does that?
I'm gonna say this adder's stomach came out of the rhubarb leaf. So there you go.
Okay, magic reasons.
A lot of sleight of hand, a lot of close-up magic.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's that behind your ear? It's a whole snake.
Sorry, I was too bad trying to contemplate that. Or
Yep.
too busy trying to contemplate. What did you do?
I'm gonna cast acid arrow and throw it at the spellcaster that I've already hit once.
Okay.
Try to take him out.
Wonderful.
That's a 7 plus 6, 13. Does that hit?
That it? Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought for sure that was gonna miss.
AC
All right.
12, man, squishy mage.
AC 12, love it. Love it. All right, so that is 4d4 acid damage immediately, and 2d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn. Okay, that was cocked, but it's landed now, so 3, 3, 3, 3. Hey, 12.
Wow.
So 12 acid damage immediately, and then 2d4 at the end of its next turn. Yeah,
No
that's
next
what it
turn.
does. There is no next turn. Hey, there you go.
Your acid just like bursts into his face.
melting. I'm melting.
Nicely done.
You gave him a horrible case of acne in the face, and he's dying.
It's about time I started pulling my weight around here.
Yes.
Speaking of weight, Torque.
They're 70 feet out.
Indeed.
Torque is going to reposition here. He's going to get another javelin out, but he's going to ready an action for when they get, let's see, just, about maybe, actually, no. It'll take a while for them to actually get within range, so I'll just throw it now.
Okay.
I'm going to throw it at the hobgoblin that still has a swivel gun to work with.
Gotcha.
Get rid of their ranged options if I can. And also because I guess other people have dibs on this goblin right now, so I'll leave them to it. 21.
Yeah. Nicely done.
It's going to be 9 piercing damage.
Ooh. Yep, that was a good shot.
Nice.
Caught him right in the midsection. Does that one kind of like growls at you and like snaps it off. But that hurt.
Orc is just going to growl back.
Flick. I'm assuming that's it for Torque. It'll be Flick's turn.
Yes, I'm going to say that's probably the case.
I've got a ballista loaded.
Nice.
There's a sassy goblin over there that's gonna suck down some big ass arrows.
Right. So this is a +7 to your attack. So
Plus
1d20 +7.
All right. And I'll throw my inspiration on this as well. So 1d6 +7.
Oh.
Wow,
Oh.
that's harsh.
That is
Snake Eye.
very unfortunate.
Uninspired. Is what
Wow.
Snake Eyes.
That's
That's
He
just
rattled
painful.
me. He rattled me.
he's in your head. You misloaded. You didn't properly load it, we'll say. As you fire, the arrow just kind of like as the mechanism kind of the wire goes slack as it just kind of like
Didn't mean to do that.
Stop throwing lore at us, will you? Come on. You just throw lore at him. He's like, stop talking, stop talking. All right, is that it for Flick then? Is he
Yeah.
gonna cry or
Yeah,
gonna cry,
that's
yeah.
about it.
all right?
A valiant effort.
Hey.
This mage is doesn't feel the need to maintain his winds casting. So let's see, 5. He's still gonna go for Dinar because he kind of sees him as the other magical threat. You know, wizard fight. It's always, you know, Expelliarmus or whatever. Yep.
Mike is notoriously good at those.
So wordlessly, he's got this large staff and he kind of does this like flourish with it and kind of points in your direction. And you see 3 greenish kind of missiles kind of coming up towards you.
3, he said.
Yes, I'm very familiar with this spell.
Are you familiar with? You got another shield in you?
I do, but do I want to burn another? I've only got 2 first level spell slots left. I think I just. Oh wait, it's 2d4, 4d4.
It's 1d4 plus 1 per.
Yeah.
So 3d4 plus 3.
Oh, that
Yes.
could be. No, Dinar's gonna take it.
You gonna take it?
Yep. Please roll ones.
You're 12 points of force damage.
Oh,
I rolled a 4, a 3, and a 3.
yo, that's a lot.
That's
So,
all
no,
right.
sorry, 13 actually. 13 then.
Oh,
I forgot to add one of the ones.
dang it!
So 13 points of force damage. And the bolts, as they're coming towards you, they look like these little, like, almost like piranha lizard things, whatever, like large teeth. They're just like as they hit you.
All right, that's fair.
And it makes a gesture at you, which you can only assume is swearing at you in lizard folk.
Of course.
Yeah. Tayland.
All right. Seeing that they are approaching, I'm going to continue to duck down the forecastle, pull the feather out of my pocket, and blow Willie Redtail into existence.
You're gonna blow Willie?
I was waiting for that.
Oh, Willie. It's been 5 weeks. You need to remind me.
This is my parrot.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Trim the sails! No, we're in combat.
Oh,
Burn the sails.
Kill them all! And just get ready for... I'm not going to send him out there. He'll get shot. So I'm just going to keep him on my shoulder for now. But get him out and about.
Oh, he's gonna retrieve your gun, is he?
And yeah, we're gonna hold on to that last inspiration for later. So that'll be it.
Okay. I'd say Dinar and Talon, you recognize this next move as the enemy ship suddenly does a very sharp, hard turn to starboard and moves in. So the captain has essentially, it's not quite a jibe because it's not doing a full turn, but it is like coming like right in
there
to match you guys. So she gonna come like very close.
Whoa, that's very frightening.
I mean,
it moves so fast.
If all the enemy characters stay in the water like that, that's cool.
It's kind of like when Wile E. Coyote runs off a cliff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Body keeps going, his head
boy.
stays in place.
Yep.
I'm in the wrong spot there. They're all
Hey, 30 feet, that's the magic number. Say hello to all of my spells.
there we go. So
And
they're
this
coming
gun.
range.
And
Would a
Defeat
ship
our enemies with the power of friendship and this gun.
would a ship classify as an object?
It is an object.
Are you gonna reduce
Well,
the ship?
Sort of. But I
this is-
don't think it's. Yeah,
I don't
I
think
was
it
gonna say
would
this is
work,
where you
I
get into
understand.
semantics because I would argue a plank of wood on a ship is an object.
Yeah, you're right. I know.
So choose wisely.
that is
I
sort of
was
is
being
fastened
cheeky.
though, and yeah, I don't,
thesis question.
There's an argument to be made that the entire mast could be an object because it's one solid piece of wood.
but I would argue that it's being held.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would argue that because it's.
Yeah, I think for
Three.
sanity's purpose, things that are like of all the other parts all put together,
Yeah.
kind of are a weird gray area.
Mhm. All
The
right.
other thing to remember is that it's got a range of 30 feet, so it wouldn't get all of the ship.
That's
So
true.
even-
That's true. Yeah.
Even if so, as the ship is approaching, Captain is going to. What's he gonna do?
Load.
He's gonna
Ready
yeah,
small arms.
he's gonna order to load. And yeah. Close range cannon fire can be
Draw
pretty
forth
deadly.
your rapier and powder.
All right. Gobbo. He is going to he's flick up there. Gonna run up to the front of the ship and go,
if you survive this, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna cut your tongue off.
You stay away from my friend.
That's a 1,
Hey.
which is a
I see you're
misfire.
afraid of me.
Ooh, misfire.
Yeah.
No, my gun.
Okay, it doesn't explode.
Okay, good.
But it definitely jams, and he's like,
Son of a... come on, stupid piece of crap.
he's like trying to like,
Ah! Still want it.
You can fix it.
this lizard folk is gonna throw a javelin at Tayland.
Hey now.
Does a 19 hit you, Tayland?
Ooh.
That depends on how much cover the forecastle gives me.
Ooh.
That is true. Are you? So you're kind of down.
So the way I pictured it is I'm literally like, because I wasn't offensive on my last turn. I literally just sat down and summoned up my parrot.
So I'd give you
So
three.
I'm
Yeah,
like-
you probably got 3/4 cover there.
That's what I'm hoping for,
Yeah,
which is a +5, I think.
yeah.
Then it does not hit me. Hey-oh.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, if you're down behind that, yeah, you got. Yeah.
I'd say if I was like offensive, I'd say I'd only get half. But I think the idea was that if I'm ducking down, then I can avoid most of the fire that's being at my way.
Yep, all out.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Oh, that guy's dead. He doesn't need to be in there. Hobgoblins. All right, crossbow bolt to torque. That's a 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Just a little crossbow. That's gonna be oh, that's not bad. 5 points of piercing.
Okay.
And other hobgoblin is going to take a pistol shot. No, he's not. At Talon. Never mind.
Still
Wasn't a
jammed.
1, but
You couldn't hit the broadside of an ogre opera singer.
you hear an ogre on the other side. Hey, my sister's an opera singer.
Good.
Dinar.
Dinar is kind of out of offensive spells that he can cast right now that are spell slots. So instead, he is going to throw an acid splash. I guess just at that mage that just magic missiled me. So yeah, he's gonna conjure up a bubble of acid and chuck it over there. I guess yeah, there's only one target, but I can't hit two.
No, they're all pretty scattered.
Yeah,
Unless you go to
they're
the
not
other
within
side.
5 feet of each other. Yeah, so he's got to make a dexterity saving throw and beat a 14.
All right. That's natural 20. There we go, metal dice. Thank you.
No! No, not appreciated, metal
You know how
dice.
many
Go back to
ones
being
and,
crappy.
Like, 3s I've rolled on this thing, so it's about time.
Mike, I'll take it on a defensive roll than an offensive roll.
Yeah, that's good point. Good point. I didn't think
Wasted
about
a
that.
natural 20 on that. That's
All right. That's
a cannon shot or
pretty
something.
much all I can do.
Yeah, just be happy that wasn't a cannon.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. All right, then. That's pretty much all Dinar can do, so I guess
Like,
that's my turn.
That'd be a campaign-ending crit right there. 16d10 damage to the
All right,
ship.
guys, what do you want to play next? All right, Torque.
All right, Torque. This is gonna sound so boring, but I think I'm just gonna throw my last javelin.
Wouldn't.
So boring.
You don't want to
It's
jump.
fine.
You don't want to jump the distance.
I want to. Is
30
the thing. I can
heck
get
of a jump.
I can get halfway, and then I can swim the rest of the way.
Yeah.
But they're gonna board us in the next round anyway, so I feel like that would be kind of a waste of time.
Might get squished between the two boats
Also that, yeah.
or sucked under or something. Yeah,
I'm gonna get all cool and cinematic as soon as the boats are within boarding distance. I swear.
It's okay, steady and true.
14 at the magic man there. Sorry,
Isn't that the secret?
before.
That's the secret of the Toro, right? Slow and steady.
That's right. That guy, yeah, that'll hit. 14 hits.
9.
Hey, that's a hefty shot.
Ooh, yeah, that hurt.
zero javelin.
I might actually be able to get that one back.
See him coughing some blood up. Yeah, it's like impaled through him. Scales like broken off. You can see some black ichor blood flowing out of him. That hurt.
I think he got the point.
Yeah.
Speaking of hurt, Flick.
All right. Move up to the edge here. Pretty sure he's still 25 feet away from me. 30, even better. All right. So this is a thrown dagger with disadvantage because of the range.
That's never stopped you before.
This is true.
No, it has not.
Headshot! Another natural one.
Never stopped him before now.
The dagger just like
no.
flip, and like the butt end like hits the side of the ship.
I just hold my hand up. It reappears in my hand. I'm sort of looking. Come on. Come on.
I'm gonna cut your tongue off with that dagger.
Yeah, done.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
This guy is hurt pretty bad. He is going to. Oh, you see some greenish blue energy come out of his hand. And he's gonna heal himself for 5.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
What
monsters can
burning
heal
spell
too,
slot?
you know.
What spellcaster has magic missile and cure wounds?
I can think of a couple.
Okay,
All right, you don't know his cure wounds.
that's true.
Tayland, actually, sorry, this guy's gonna move too. He's gonna go 15, so he's gonna kind of go behind the main mast a bit, give himself a little bit of cover, not much.
Okay. I am going to just cinematically poke my head up over the forecastle to take a look at those 3 guys there at the that Flick has been dealing with. And
Goblin, a hobgoblin, and a lizard folk walking to
Yep.
the bar.
Yeah. I'm going to look at the lizard folk, and I'm going to begin swirling a finger in the air, gathering up whatever motes of water moisture I can into a small little ice shard.
I mean, there's lots, so yeah.
The sheets are frozen hard, and they cut the naked hand. The decks were like a slide where a seaman scarce could stand, and send it sailing off towards him.
Ice knife?
Ice knife.
Yeah.
Such a great spell.
19 to hit.
Nice.
Yep. That'll hit.
So, and I'm going to be upcasting this because why not?
Hey.
So that's going to be an additional D6 on the cold damage, but not the initial damage. So 9 piercing damage to the lizard folk. And 12 cold damage on top of that to him and the 2 guys next to him.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
They will need to make a dexterity 13, a DC 13 dexterity save to try and avoid the cold damage.
Okay, well, he rolled a 2. There's that rolling back.
So he
again.
takes the full brunt.
So, bam.
Nice.
Goblin. Okay, Goblin saves.
Okay.
That's a nat 15.
Okay.
Is it half for that, or is it?
No, if they save,
just-
they don't
yeah.
take damage.
And Hobbo rolls 10.
So the hobgoblin takes 12 cold damage.
Nice.
Hurt.
Nice.
All right, that was mildly effective. I'm then going to again duck down
Quite hurt.
in the
yeah.
forecastle. I got one.
Good
All right.
job, Jalen. Get more.
Will do.
You hear from below, fire!
Oh, jeez.
So, who's gonna roll? Who wants to roll Arcana shots?
Oh, I'll do it this time. So it's a D20 plus 6, you said?
Yes, sir.
16.
16. That hits.
That's 8D10.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 27.
Okay.
A lot more ones than
What is
Jack
it?
rolled.
Yeah. And then a second shot, right?
Yes.
20.
Hey.
Yep.
Excellent. 38.
They're punching some holes in their hull, yeah. All right. Hey, Captain's like, that worked. Load again. We gotta sink him. Except he sounds, like himself.
Yep.
All right. Now, sorry, on that, the ship used its move to. It's gonna lock in.
Oh,
There we go.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Not for me.
Guys, they're out of the way there. All right, so as they kind of crash in, you see, there's some boarding planks come down, a couple of grappling hooks latch on onto the ship. Gabo, face to face with you now.
Hooray!
You see, he's got like one big scar kind of right across the bridge of his nose, and like down his face, and one of his hands is actually missing his two fingers. He's taken a lot of war wounds, a lot of scars.
He's got the one that pulls the trigger. That's all he needs.
And he pulls out a little dagger, and he's like,
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna cut your tongue out.
take a stab at you. Does a 17 hit?
Nope.
Okay.
Flicker's like had it with his.
Yeah, just.
Reflexive with his shield. Like,
Why won't you
come on.
die yet? You filthy Highlander goblin, you need to die.
All right.
Give our people a bad name. What can I say?
That guy dead. So hobgoblins. Okay, so the one in front of you, Dinar. I was gonna take a swing at you with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Sword.
I'm assuming a 4 plus whatever isn't gonna hit. So
Nope.
one from Talon is also going to sword you.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna be a 18 to hit.
What am I looking at in terms of cover? Is that even applying at this point? Because he's right
At
in
this
front of
point,
me?
it's not because
Yeah,
he's
okay,
like,
then, yeah,
he
that's
can-
gonna
he
hit
can
me.
bear right down on.
I
you.
kind of figured.
It's a skimmy though, so that's gonna be a 7 slash.
Ow!
Yar. And your turn. I mean, Dinar's turn. Sorry.
All right. So we're
You're the
with
same.
we're within. Oh yeah, no, I got 15 foot. Okay. So Dinar is going to the hobgoblin right. It's like right in front of me. Like if I was to cast a spell, like a ranged spell, it would be a problem.
Yeah, because he's right at you now.
Okay. So
Your ships are essentially, for all intents and purposes, your ships are locked.
locked together. Okay.
Locked in. Yeah, they've basically crashed them like side right into you.
All right. I'm hoping that these guys do not have a strong constitution. So so Dinar is going
Hobgoblins, nah.
to kind of bring his hands together and some kind of frosty, snowy particles start coming out of his hands, and then he's going to thrust his hands forward, casting
Okay.
Frost Fingers.
Frosty snowman. fingers.
Ooh, that's a new spell.
It is. I picked it up at level 4. So he has to make a Constitution saving throw of 14 in order to save, or else he's going to take some damage.
I approve of the water element attack.
He's gonna fail because I rolled a 6.
Love it. So he is going to take... Oh, come on! I get to roll 2d8s. I rolled 2 2s. So he takes 4 cold damage from that. And yeah, that's it.
All days
So-
cold as charity and bitter pain and dread.
Don't feel too bad, Mike, because that's all you needed.
Oh, he'd been hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I thought he was undamaged. That's good.
No.
Okay.
Yep. You gave him the cold shoulder of death.
That I did.
All right, that it for Dinar.
Dinar is going to move from there. Let's go 5, 10, 15 to right there to kind of position himself between or behind Torque, because that spellcaster really hurt me. So, yeah.
Mm.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. That brings us to Torque, who's been checking javelins this whole time, but
I take out my last strap. No, I'm kidding. Just, in melee range.
just like stab him in the eye with it.
How's this lizard guy looking now that we're face to face with each other?
I mean, he's handsome enough, I guess, depending on how you want to consider it. He's not like super rough, but he's definitely he took a hit and then he healed himself a little bit though, so he's
Torque is going to remove the anchor from his back.
His
and
eyes
just
go wide.
Slowly,
Like,
he's just gonna slowly, calmly step across the boats to, just slowly walk across towards this guy as electricity begins to sort of crackle around his
oh yeah.
speaker. I am the rising tide. I am the crashing wave. My heart is yours. My will is yours. May my sins be carried away in the ebbing tide, and may our enemies meet your deep embrace. He's going to go into a rage.
Oh, you guys are screwed now.
First up, could I get a dexterity save from...
You can. That's a 7, so that's gonna be a oh, he's only got +1 to that, so that's an 8, yeah.
Alright, that's gonna be a fail.
I assume so. When I rolled a 7. I was like, yeah, I don't
Okay, so
succeeding in that.
first he's gonna take one
Oh.
one lightning damage, but that's just the aperitif because I'm also going to make a reckless attack with my maul against it.
Does Dinar take that as well?
No, it's one target of my choice, but I can only hit one. I'm gonna take the 25.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go to the mall.
That's gonna be 14 bludgeoning damage.
You just like crush him into the deck.
Nice.
You see his eyes just dilate in the final seconds.
You can hear the spine just like shatter as it crushes in on itself, and you just drop him. Yeah.
There's like a crater of splintered floorboards around him.
Yeah.
Hey, you're damaging my new ship.
You're welcome.
All right. Fleck.
Oh, goblin fight.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen now.
Everybody wants to see this happen.
So, the whip is out. First off, this chucklehead's getting the booming blade in the face. Damn it!
That'll hit.
13
That'll
not
hit.
terrible.
Hey.
13 hits. Hey,
Mhm.
I'll take it. There we go. 8 slashing damage.
Individually, these guys aren't that tough, right?
Next, I'm gonna move. I move here, here, here. So this, he gets an opportunity attack on me if he wants it.
Oh, he wants it.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Uh,
It's a dagger.
That'll hit.
Slight damper, but
Mm.
you have a fighter's HP, so.
I rolled a 2 on both. So there's that. So that's going to be 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. All right. Slight adjustment to the plan here. In that case, I will use a bonus action in Second Wind. That's a D10 plus my level. I'll undo that hit.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Then, action surge. And I'm going to booming blade this other chucklehead.
Hey.
Hits. He can enjoy 10 slashing damage.
Oh.
And I'll dump in my Fury of the Small for another 4.
Oh, man.
Fought for a whip.
And he wasn't looking too good already.
No, and he's looking even worse now because he did.
All right. Perfect.
And your
I think
goblin
you-
friend is looking
4. So I have enough movement
pretty
to end
rough.
up here. And now I'm just sort of, come on, big man. And I'll lean over to Torgen. Speaking of big man, have you seen an ogre yet?
Oh.
I think he went below deck.
Let's keep an eye open, huh?
I forgot there's more than just what's on deck.
Yeah, well, there's assumedly there's a majority of a crew still.
But that is on my short rest recharge.
I'm going to whisper to Redtail to go for the goblin's eyes.
Redtail.
Going to pop up and just run up those stairs, getting my rapier covered in caustic salt water and brine, and go for a nice stab. With, of course, Willy Redtail giving me an advantage on that attack with the help.
Pecking in his eyes.
Yes.
Stupid bird away from me. I'm gonna eat that bird.
It's a 20 to hit with my briny blade.
Yes, sir.
6 acid damage.
Where would you like to stab him through?
Assuming that this is the killing blow, I'd like to go right through his neck, and then as he's falling off my sword, I'm just going to grab the gun out of his hand.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he dead.
I'll take that, thank you.
Okay.
Obviously, I can't use it because it's jammed, but I'll deal with that later.
It is very odd looking.
Yeah, I wanted it. Now it's mine.
Yeah. So as you put it up and you're looking at it like, what the heck has he done to this? Like, it's very strange.
Interesting. I will just kind of sling it in my pistol holster since I've got mine out for the time being. And are these crossbow? Are these ballistae loaded up here?
They're not.
Okay. That's
You're about
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I'm done then.
All right. So from somewhere below deck, right at the stairs, right about here, you hear a large booming voice. I invoke the captain's challenge. And you just hear Captain Boone swear and go, ah!
Don't take that bet.
Love to see my friends. Gotta hear him out.
Who says who?
What is the challenge? The captain's challenge?
We will get to that in a moment, but we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
As the voice booms up from below stairs. It's a good time for breaks, so we will be back in about 5 or so. So stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere unless you have.
Whispers in the window are angry waves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean slaves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Now drop the anchor and grab some grog. Way ho, the sea of souls. We'll make a new entry in the captain's log. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hey ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls.
And we're back. Hello. So, I hope you all enjoyed your break as much as we did. Actually, I don't know if we all did, but I'm assuming we did.
Oh
I don't have any Kit Kats, and what's a break without a Kit Kat?
Is he wearing 2x4s as a necklace?
I mean, it's possible. So, stomping up from the stairs below,
Whoa.
you see this almost deadly pale ogre, and there's something very strange about him. He doesn't look quite fully alive, but neither is he fully undead, but has the appearance of being somewhere in between. And there is a bit of a stench coming off of him. You kind of get an idea now why there aren't many humans or humanoid other humans on this ship, on this vessel. The ogre kind of comes on the deck and looks around at all of you.
Which one of you's the captain?
Captain Boone kind of from the wheel.
That'd be me. I'm assuming you're the captain of this vessel then. I challenge you to a duel.
Don't accept it, Captain. We got this guy.
Got to agree with Tayland.
If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to confer with my compatriots for a moment. Take all the time you need. But if you attack us, we will continue our assault and open fire from below. Go ahead and talk.
The captain kind of comes down. Boys, come here.
Bork just lets out a low growl as his aura just flickers out.
Tayland will swing down the forecastle and slide off, taking a few steps over.
All right. Now listen, real close. I gotta say this quietly.
Stage whisper.
I have no intention of taking this guy's challenge. You see him? I ain't one to fight. I would be dead in a second against him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Now, normally, there is somewhat of a captain's code out in the seas, the unspoken rule that if you're challenged by another captain, you take it. These are pirates. These are murderous pirates, and I'm not even sure what that guy is, so I do not feel inclined or beholden to any sort of code at the moment.
Screw the rules. We have guns.
As an aside, how genuine do I feel this challenge actually is? Like,
Yeah.
from his end?
I mean-
Give me an insight. Give me an insight for that, if you so desire.
You know, this would be a really good time for my pistol to have like a whoopsie fire. Oh, I am so
flag.
sorry, sir.
Light comes out that says bang.
You're not buying it, Flick. He's stalling.
He's up to something, Captain. I would expect a shenanigans below the waterline or something.
Yes, with all due respect, Captain, I sincerely doubt that he intends to hold up his end of the bargain as well.
DM question.
DM answer.
You said the ships are effectively locked together.
Mm-hmm.
From our side, can we see into like through the portholes or the cannon hole openings of their ship?
The way, so normally if it kind of come up like alongside, you would. They intentionally like rammed the side of their ship right in, and like they've actually locked themselves to your ship. And I would say that even you would understand this, that if either one of the ships goes down right now.
Oh, they're both going down.
Yeah.
If I were to go, do I believe that if I went below deck, I would be able to cross over to the other ship?
There was a pretty sizable hole there, so I'd say that's feasible, yeah.
Okay. And we have a bunch of our crew is basically all below deck as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
they'll fight if they need to, but
I got these fancy new boots, you see. What if me and Flick go down below deck and go across their ship, see if we can do a little bit of what's the term, Flick? It's inspired engineering.
I was just thinking a little poking around, but yeah, that sounds good too.
Well, you
What's
keep them
your
distracted up
answer
here.
gonna be, Captain?
Second question. Captain, can you choose a champion? I volunteer Torque.
Seconded.
Totally can. That's well within the rules. But,
Okay, there you go. Torque,
we're all
deal
gonna
with
fight
that.
them. Just
we'll go below deck, get over there, start messing about, do a little bit of inspired engineering, percussive maintenance, as it were, and
as soon as you go for those stairs, he's gonna know something's up, and he'll probably
not necessarily. We could be getting the rest of the crew to come up and witness the fight.
What if we go over there to distract him and discuss, the terms of the duel?
Like I said, I got these fancy new boots.
Well, I mean, I'm all for distract him. What the heck is that?
you just start hearing yelling from down below and screams from the bottom of your ship.
Well, that's convenient. Don't mind us. We're investigating.
Yes.
And the ogre starts laughing as he starts stomping towards you. Yep. He was up to something.
Methinks they had the same idea.
And you gave him the exact amount of time that he needed.
Dang it.
So, all right. So he's going
Torque, we'll leave him to you.
into the initiative.
Don't worry.
Gladly.
I saved a juicy spell for you, Torque. I believe we need a little cue to let them fight.
All right.
No.
It's all ogre now.
Okay, that's ogre done. Just let's get back to this. Captain, without even a second thought, just like runs below deck. 2, 3, 4. So to take him off for now. He's just like, I'm a crew, and just starts running. Dinar.
Oh, are we keeping the same initiative? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Good.
Yeah, I just added him to the initiative order, and then.
Yep.
reset
Okay.
it. Yeah,
Awesome.
so-
I was.
Why
waiting-
not? I
ready
love
to
my
click.
4.
All right, Dinar.
Technically the same combat still.
Yeah, it's
so.
fine.
It's true.
I
It's
would.
true.
I do the same thing.
All right, so Then Dinar, not skipping a beat, seeing the ogre move towards us. Hands going to come together, and a little illusory image of Torque appears in his hands. And then Dinar is going to mutter some arcane words and then bring his hands apart. And Torque is going to double in size. You can also add D4 extra damage to all of your attacks.
I've already got a macro for it.
Love it. Good call. Good call.
You can tell how much we enjoy this particular tactic.
It's almost like you've used it before. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Are we re-rolling initiative, or is this the same turn?
No,
we're
we're
in the
in the
same.
same. Yeah, we're in the same.
And then Dinar is going to move up towards the wheel. Words are hard tonight.
It's Monday night. That's perfectly acceptable.
It's Monday night. Pandemic. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
All right.
Why I stick to shanties.
Flick. Yeah, but shanties are words.
But they're written words.
I
Rewritten.
think still sticking with the plan. I'm gonna go help below decks.
Yeah, somehow I think Torque's got this.
We'll soon find out.
So that's what's that? 10 feet of movement to get to the stairs, and then I'm not sure what she looks like below decks.
It's like from the deck to below, like the decks on the ship they're not very tall. They're pretty close quarters, so it's about like 6 to 8 feet kind of ish. So
right,
we'll say you can slide down the steps.
All right, what do I see when I get here?
So on the cannon deck, which is directly below, you don't see anything, but there's another set of stairs leading down to what would be the rowing deck, and you just hear screams and fighting and.
Yep, I will
goodness,
continue
yep.
down to the.
Okay. If you dash, you can probably make it. The other steps are on the other side of the deck. You lean down, so if you continue to run.
Yeah, that sounds good. I just want to double check. I don't have any bonus action things I want to do. I don't think so.
What's the total feet of going all the way down the stairs?
For him, like just from one deck, or do you mean like all the way down?
All the way down.
So where he started, 10,
Yeah.
I started
20, 25, 30. It's going to be probably about 45 to 50 feet.
Okay.
From where he was to get all the way, to get down to enough to kind of see the deck. When you reach the ore deck, it is carnage. You see the captain there, and he's fighting against definitely a non-living yet moving goblin, but it doesn't. It's like a bloated goblin that's got one arm is a tentacle, and half of its face is missing. They're like some sort of weird hybrid between undead and monstrous underwater abnormality. It's very disturbing.
Okay.
You best
What
start
would you
believing
like?
in fairy tales.
You're in one.
Yep.
Okay. Solid turn.
Orc.
Orc is going to slowly make his way over to this ogre. His grip just knuckle white on his anchor. You, who would take so callously from the sea, who delights in turning these waters into a grave of innocence. By whose authority do you see these actions as acceptable?
You waiting for him to answer?
You know he's a pirate, right?
He just grins at you. Black teeth. Rotten tongue inside his mouth.
Take what you can and give none back. It's kind of their thing.
Doesn't really answer.
You will do best to answer when questioned, Kerr. I'm not one to waste words, and this may be your only chance.
He's not answering you. That's about all you can get out in one turn.
Very well. Let's be done with this quickly. He is going to go into a rage again. And so I'm going to need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
When Torque rages, like one eyebrow ridge just like twitches ever so slightly.
He literally just like takes the anchor in both hands, just into the deck of the ship, and as the impact, this dome of electricity just spreads out around him.
So dex save.
Yeah.
That's a 14 minus 3, however.
Ooh.
So 11.
Okay. So it's going to be 3 lightning damage.
Okay.
He's not ogrely fast.
And now he's going to move in and do
Haven't we
his,
been over this already? Okay. Can we...
make his reckless maul attack here. 24.
Indeed.
All right. That's going to be 17 bludgeoning damage. And using my Crusher feat, I am also going to push him back by 5 feet.
Okay, and he's going to resist that.
Yep.
As you attempt to push him, and you look down, and you see coming out of his feet, just like multitude of like tiny, almost like little tentacle appendages that just like latch into the bottom of the ship and just hold him in place.
Oh, that's not right.
That is not natural.
Right, is that it for Torque?
That's all he can do for now.
Okay. So you may have noticed as you're looking at this, actually you've probably noticed he's not carrying any weapons of any kind. He didn't have any sword, anything at all on him. He just walked up very casually, very calmly. But standing right in front of him now, you see his weird deformed kind of mouth, somewhat bloated and rotten, kind of open, unnaturally large, and this what you thought was a tongue, this large black tentacle just reaches out of his mouth and just kind of like
Oh, that's not right.
and that's
So
an
glad
advantage. So that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 8 points of bludgeoning damage, half because you're raging to 4.
All right.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
All right. 16.
Respectable.
You react fast enough. You start to feel this like weird, where he hit you. It's just kind of like ichor, and you manage to just kind of like get it off of you, and it kind of drops to the floor and just starts sizzling on the deck of the ship. He kind of cracks his head. And like follows it up with a headbutt.
Ooh.
We'll say he catches you on the shell because neither one of those hits. You just kind of get your shell in the way to block. This is fun. Talon.
All right. Taylor's going to follow Flick down the hold, slapping Torque on the back of his shell as he works down. You're a shell of a guy, man. You got this. And he's going to run down the stairs as fast as he can with, of course, keeping Redtail on his with him on his shoulder or just flying next to him. He's going to swing around and then as he's running down the stairs, he's going to start chanting a few things really quick under his breath and shift into a watery mist and fly down the rest of the way.
Okay.
Moving a total of 50 feet.
All right. So you get to the aura deck and you see the carnage. Weird, misshapen goblin orc creatures. Some of them actually do look more humanoid, but it's like the undead pirates and the pirates on Davy Jones'
You combined, yeah.
ship like combined, and it's just like, oh, it's unnerving.
How many?
There's like half a dozen of them.
All right.
I'm gonna have to get a dictionary to describe this fight.
So both Talon and Flick down below, there are a lot of your crew that are dead, like they've been ripped apart.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, these pirates have sealed their fate. I'm just gonna shoot the nearest one.
Okay.
And I'm assuming since my bird has flight of 50 feet, he's not going to be able to go up. So I will just make a regular shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It hits, but it's just like.
Fair enough.
All right. Captain is currently fighting one of these weird creatures beside. He's got his axe that he takes out. That's going to be a good hit, actually. It's a 18 to hit.
I like his axe. He has a good axe.
So the captain just comes out, actually like takes the head off one of them completely. Just get off my ship.
Go, Captain.
Dinar.
Yeah. So I need to maintain concentration on the enlarge.
You can cast anything that's not concentration. You can still cast other spells.
Yeah. I'm just trying to decide how, because if I take damage, then I have to roll, and now it becomes a problem. What's the distance on that? A 30-foot line. So let's go 5, 10, 15. And can I say, like, here, but I'm just up to the edge of that railing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not actually jumping down. And from there, straight line. Yep. I'm going to unleash my breath weapon. So big inhalation, and then fire out my my radiant breath weapon, hoping the radiance will.
Dragonborn.
And hopefully the radiant will deal with a little bit of this undead, maybe with some extra damage. So it needs to do a constant. Nope, sorry. I don't have this written out well in my.
Was it? I think it was Dex save, wasn't it, for that one?
DC is a. Oh yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I have it right here. DC
It's
13.
a laser, right?
Yeah, it is. So Dex save 13.
That is a 15 minus 3, as we
Yes!
established before, for 12.
Okay. So he is going to take.
Because I mean, he's not very dexterous, you know. I mean, if you
No,
look
he's
at him,
not.
it's kind of
All right. So this is going
Rather
to be
lumbering.
yeah, that's a good description.
D6. Come on, high rolls. It's not terrible. I rolled a 2 and a 5. So 7 radiant damage.
Which will be 14.
Hey, too bad I can't use that again.
Yeah, that hurt. He did not like that. It just like sears right through him. There's now a hole like kind of punched right through him.
Good.
And you can see where he should be, like stuff falling out. Nope.
It's just empty.
There's the hole. I mean, there's guts and stuff there, but they kind of seem to stay in place.
And then we'll go 25, 30, and jump back onto our ship at least. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Flick, you're below deck. There's about 5 of these. Any of them are easily within range. Undead, bloated, malformed, disformed.
Are there any crew left, or are they all dead?
None of them are standing. You don't know if any of them are still alive or not.
Just wondering whether I need to like. Are they still like? Are the bad guys savaging the crew, or have they turned their attention to the captain and us?
2 of them are, without getting into too detailed description, feasting. The other 3 have now kind of turned to see the 3 of you, Talon, yourself, and the captain, and they're kind of turned and just kind of like.
So, sneak preview from what I clicked earlier. I'm going to cast a protection from evil and good on myself. And then I'm going to basically run amongst all of them and rodeo clown and try and gather them all up to all fight me.
He's gonna pull aggro.
Yeah, exactly. And try and kite them all together.
Okay.
Smart.
So you're protecting yourself against undead, I'm assuming?
And certain types of creatures.
Does that do aberrations?
It
It
does.
does include aberrations.
It's aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. It's not or. It's all.
I don't have to pick one. It's just
That is correct.
all
yes,
these
right,
things
right.
I am protected.
Okay, so I have disadvantage.
Because,
then.
yeah, I'd say it's a 50-50 between undead and aberration.
Yeah. So why not both?
Aberundead. Undeadshin.
Alhoon.
Yeah. Pretty much. So you're just kind of running and you're just trying to get their attention? Is that essentially what you're
Pretty
doing?
much, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But that is my action to cast the spell, and then my movement is just running amongst them to just gather them up.
All right. Torque.
All right. Well, just to make sure that he doesn't try to get revenge for that laser, Torque is gonna position himself directly between Dinar and the Ogre. I'm gonna need him to make another dexterity save.
We know how great he is at these. So a 4 minus 3 is 1.
Love it.
All right, that's gonna be 2 lightning damage.
I mean, basically, for him, I got to roll like a 16 or 17 or higher with him to succeed on these.
The lightning is gonna be a lot more impressive when it starts doing multiple dice. But for now,
Yes.
he takes 2.
That's 2 damage. That's good.
So, and then I'm gonna do another reckless maul attack.
Yellow dot of concentration. I appreciate it.
Ooh.
24.
Yeah. Oh.
Slightly worse than last time. 14.
Okay.
I did 20 first turn and 16 second, so
Yep.
I feel like
I just
I'm
did
doing
14
okay.
as well, so we're hitting them good.
So you actually you hit him hard enough on one side that kind of from his shoulder down, like his one arm just kind of just comes right off, like rips right off of his body.
Is it enough to knock him back with the crusher feet, or is he still rooted to the deck?
Yeah, you get the feeling that trying to push him back ain't gonna work.
All right.
He's got these weird tentacly things coming out of his mouth and his feet and other weird stuff going on. Okay. Well, that is going to bring us to him. And where his arm was, the flesh and kind of guts can turn into this black ooze that just turns into this tentacle-like appendage as well. And it reaches out for you and is going to attempt to grapple you.
That's athletics or acrobatics to avoid that.
If he hits, let's see if he hits first on his attack. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, that's with advantage actually. Okay, yeah, so 18. Yeah, so then actually for this specifically, it's going to be a strength saving throw against this specific attack.
Okay. Does rage give me advantage on that? Let me double check.
I don't.
Yeah, I do. I have advantage on strength.
Because it's
saving
strength.
throws.
Anything that's strength based, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, I'm definitely not going to take the 7.
That was rough.
That's a fail. So this
Oof.
large tentacle kind of wraps around you and starts to squeeze in, and from the ichor kind of pouring off of it, you feel it starting to kind of burn into you. So you take.
Am I just grappled or?
Where is my other die? You are restrained. It begins to wrap around you. You're gonna take 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
As it starts to eat into you, and it's like this ogre creature moves its face close up to you, whispers in your ear. Desfuna has nothing against the one I serve.
She may not, but I do.
Talon. Got some undead thingies.
Are they so? Flick is
Was it? Was I
corralling them.
You can see the three of them that weren't chowing down or have definitely turned their attention as he's kind of moved around. So they're kind of looking in his general direction. But
How? Okay. Are they all around Flick?
they haven't moved yet. No, they're kind of just spread out in the hall. There's not too much room. You got about like 20 feet total. 20
Okay.
to 30 feet, but you've
So
got
with
oars
a-
in the way and oar
with a
benches and
15-foot cube originating from me, considering I can position myself at any point.
you can hit 3 of them with that. Yeah,
3 of them?
they're pretty close and it's
All
close
right.
quarters.
No shanty, just a primal scream
Ooh.
of rage. As they must make a DC 13 Constitution save.
Oh yeah. That's a 12 for one. That's a -1 for that one.
I like the sound of that.
Yep.
And that's even worse. That's a -2.
Nice.
I don't even know how. I rolled a 2 and then I rolled a 1. And then the one got a 12.
All right. So that's 15 thunder damage, and they're sent back 10 feet.
Oh, they're all ripped apart.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, they just like burst apart. And it's gross. You just like literally like kind of burst them. It's like, "Whoa."
Whatever one is left, I'm going to send Redtail over to assist Flick with dealing with them.
So there are 2 left that have now kind of looked up, but they were currently there before. They're like,
Okay. I'm going to get Redtail to distract one of them, and then give my last Spartic Inspiration to Flick. Kill them.
I'll give myself the pink dot of inspiration as well.
all right. The captain's gonna run, and he kind of jumps over the benches at one and just lunges. Takes his axe again. Captain be mad. He's gonna miss. And just to kind of duck out of the way. The 2 of them. So the one that's nearest Captain is going to attack the Captain because he's there. That's going to miss. Captain manages to dodge that one. And the other one is going... you're both kind of in there, so we'll do it this way. Flip of the coin, as it were. Okay, it's going to go for Talon.
Son of a...
And does a 15 hit?
It does.
Damn.
You take 3 points of piercing damage
Ouch.
as it bites into you. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I figured. 10.
10. It's additional 2 points of poison damage.
Ugh.
And it's actually AC 19 with disadvantage, huh? No. No.
I rolled a d4 and I was like 1 or 2 Talon, 3 or 4.
I just vaporized 3 of them. I'm not really
Exactly. So that's why its attention was split. It's like,
Yeah.
What are you guys? What do you use? Dinar. You can see Torque now is wrapped up in this black tentacle that seems to not have a limit to it. Like it's like
Keeps coming out of them.
yeah. His arm is just like.
That's disgusting.
To be fair, it's looking pretty rough. He's got like part of his whole side is ripped open. He's got a hole in him.
Okay.
Ogre, not Torque.
Yes.
Just to clarify.
Okay, so let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. No, I think I have to go there.
Let's get you guys off the deck, yeah.
I need 15 feet to cast this. So if I stand... Oh, no, I guess I should be... Can I go from there? Can that hit? Is that 15 feet? Is that fair? Okay.
Yeah. You just need to hit the corner, basically, of the square, one of the squares that he's in, so, yeah.
Okay, so this attack is... the Frost Fingers is a cone. I'm trying to not hit Torque.
Oh, yeah, you can do it in a way so that it won't.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess if I blast, like, here, then it hits him. Okay. All right, then fingers together, little sparks of cold energy coming out, and then Frost Fingers at the ogre. This is unfortunately a Constitution saving throw, which I fear he might be better at.
Halved on a success.
Halved on a success at the very least, yes.
That's going to be a 10 plus 13.
Oh, 14.
Ooh, nice.
It's a +3 to con.
Yep.
There's a -3 to dex.
I was, yeah, and that was my thought. I was like, man, it's gonna have like a big positive to con. All right, so 2d8
for sure.
cold damage. Oh, it sucks. 5 plus 1, 6 damage. Cold damage.
He's looking rough, man. He's struggling to kind of maintain
Freezing solid.
that grip on Torque, but kind of looks over his shoulder at you, like head turning at an unnatural angle.
All right, that was all of my movement to get there, so that is my turn.
All right, Flick. There are 2.
One of them is
one engaged with Captain.
And then the other one has a bird flying around it, trying to peck at it and assist you.
So I have advantage on that attack, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Ooh, well, I'll hit that one. You know what? I will use the inspiration because I'm not feeling lucky. Yep.
Well, hey, you definitely got him.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he can enjoy 9 slashing damage.
Nice.
Yeah, take him out.
Oh yeah, he's down. Perfect.
Yeah, they're squishies.
The other one, I will again move and dance around and try and draw fire.
Okay. Hey.
Yep. Little rodeo clown. Oh, hey, you.
Hey, dead thing.
Yeah.
All right, Torque, you are restrained. You may make a strength saving throw to attempt.
Would that consume my action, or?
It would. That is basically what you can do on this turn. Is you can try to break free.
Okay.
As you're like fully wrapped in this thing.
Can I attack while restrained, or?
He's got you wrapped up.
Yes, restrained is.
Yeah,
is
that's right. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just like a disadvantage.
No.
Well, if it's wrapped around you, you won't be able to move, right? Like that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, it's the specifics of his attack. Is he basically the tentacle envelops you and binds you.
Pins your.
I don't know if this is gonna sweeten the pot, but I was gonna try to bite him. But if that's a no-go, then I'll just roll the save.
I mean, I would allow that. I would allow a bite. Being that you are a snapping turtle.
Yeah, and we're basically just said it's basically just, a repurposing of my claw attack where it does piercing instead of slashing,
we did,
right?
yeah. I would allow that for
Okay. I'm gonna do this
For
recklessly.
Use them snapping jaws you have.
Would it still be a disadvantage because of the special rules of this restraining?
It would be, so your advantage, if you do reckless though, then you would just cancel out the disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then you just have regular, yeah.
Come on, good roll.
He's not the one you should be looking at.
That hits.
Hey. Is it enough?
I just snap out and grab a piece of his face for 13 piercing damage.
You rip out. We'll say as you go for him, you kind of like go for the throat and just rip out the throat. And he's just like,
He'll get you all eventually.
and the tentacle just like flops down to the ground and dissipates as this weird, obviously being held together by some foul magic. It just like the body almost kind of like falls apart and just becomes this pile of like black ichory goo on the deck.
Torque is just gonna spit out the mouthful of ichor that he has in his mouth now
Yeah,
and
it's
just
gross,
look down.
man.
I'll be waiting.
It tastes like your mouth is just like kind of like dry heaving a bit, like I'm trying to picture a snapping turtle like well done. Talon,
How much?
one.
Yeah.
Torque is gonna. Oh, are we still in combat?
There's
Yeah,
one
there's-
more.
It
thing
had
below
3
that.
hit points left. Mike, you brought it to
Okay.
within 3, man.
Hey.
It had 59 hit points, and you had it at 56 damage. It was like, that's why I was like, you're so close.
I'm gonna get Red Tail to move over to the last one there. Go for it with the briny blade. Oh God.
They're squishy, but they're not that.
I cannot hit a dang thing with my actual weapons.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. All right, let's see if the captain can get the killing blow here. He rolled a 1, so no.
Captain.
Oh my God.
That's gonna attack him. It rolled a 6, so no. They're locked in combat.
Mortal Kombat.
It's just like that guard.
It is, yeah.
Guard in the Sahuagin.
So Hagon. Dinar, what do you want to do?
Schwagen.
Well,
Schwaggering.
I guess I don't know what's going on below decks, so I guess I'll just shout down. How's it looking down there? Do you need help?
I got it covered. You okay up there?
We did name him Gary, you're right.
Yeah, we're surviving. Big guy's down. The their big guy's down.
Good. We're on mop up down here. Just up in a minute.
All right. So I'm gonna say we got between Flick and Talon. Go, make your attacks. Go for this guy. You move
Flick,
before he
you
does.
might as well go Flick.
And
You're gonna hit him, so you might as well. You might as well do it.
Willie is still providing advantage. Is that the
Yeah.
cool? Yeah, I think that 19 will probably hit.
Yeah. The 12 actually would. Either.
Max damage.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you take him out.
And max on the booming blade too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I think I've triggered that like once.
All right. So the last of them falls, and there's kind of an eerie silence. And at this point, kind of looking through the breach in the hull now, and you can see the inside of the other ship, and it's empty. There's an unnatural darkness to it. The wood inside appears to be rotted in some places. And in addition to the damage that you've done from cannon fire, there's weird black ichor just in random places, kind of coating the inside of the ship. Obviously, ship in this condition before, you had met it. And you gather that even aside from the wizards or the casters on deck that were lending their speed, their magic to this, some other force was giving it unnatural speed. But the ship itself is, as soon as the crew are all gone and the ogre on top falls, you watch, all of you watch, those of you who are on top of the deck as well, watch as the wood starts to blacken and almost melt and decay. Rapid decay starts to set in as the ship just kind of like starts to wither.
I think it's going to take Torque a second to clue into this is actually happening, and as it does, he's just going to snap to attention and as gently as possible step back without damaging their own ship.
All right.
Dalen's just going to start going to any of the sailors he can find that look like they might still be alive and try to administer what healing he can.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
Magically. I have 4 spell slots. I'm going to do that first, and then
Flick
Okay.
will be your triage nurse then.
I can still make the medicine if you want to, like, determine.
That's what I mean, like to see
Yeah,
to see if they're alive or not before you start wasting spells.
14.
14. Okay. So out of the 12 crew members that were down there on the oars, you find 2 that are alive.
Ouch.
Whoa.
Oh, it better be a lefty and shorty, or Flick's gonna be
Sure.
Astronomical chances there.
Why not? For the sake of narrative, let's say
the
that
best
Lefty and
trained
Short
of the crew right
They-
here.
They stood
Because of
back
the
to back
training
and
they-
slashed.
Yeah.
because of the training that they survived, they had from Flick. They survived.
Wow.
Captain
They're-
Boone, I think
they're
these 2 men deserve a
rough shape,
promotion
yeah.
amongst other things.
I think they're
One
kind
is,
of
one is
promoted
unconscious.
by
One is
default.
unconscious. The other is nearly there.
I am healing both of them.
Okay.
Again, not really shanty, just
Yep.
quick and to the point.
The captain is just kind of like standing, just looking. What?
Listen, Captain Boone, you take Lefty and Shorty, your new officers, get them up top deck. We can deal with cleanup down here. We'll do them proper. It's okay.
My crew. My ship. What was this?
And we'll sort out what happened here. These Redwater pirates, they picked a fight they shouldn't have.
These ain't Redwater pirates.
These
No,
Deadwater
this-
pirates.
Yeah, this is very different than what I've faced.
Something mighty wrong about. Even the live ones up there. All monstrous. Working with whatever these things are. Some sort of evil about on these waters, I tell you. Doesn't bode well. Well,
We'll make it right, Captain. Don't you worry. He's got to limp into port first.
I don't know if port's going to be an option at this point. We might just need to make for land. Hike it. We'll have to take stock of the ship, but we ain't never got enough crew to man. I need a minute. I need air.
Yeah, you get topside. We'll clean up.
Taking stock of what's the damage that's been done to the Intrepid Devil and the lack of crew. You are undercrewed, understaffed. The ship is badly damaged. It's in rough shape.
The ship, the pirate ship that's attached to us, you said it's like withering away. Is it is it sinking?
Oh yeah.
All right, Dinar's gonna unhook the grappling
let's
hooks
detach from that before it drags
Yeah.
us down.
before it drags us down.
Pretty much, like even like most of the equipment that was part of this ship and attached to it is all withering and rotting away.
Being
Well, that's
the
horrifying.
being the two that heard the ogre talk about this other entity, do Torque or I have any idea who he might be talking about?
Could be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say given the what you saw, sort of the oddities, the unnatural nature, that would be nature check, but I'd say give me just give me straight intelligence.
Okay.
May I attempt one as well?
Sure.
Intelligence is my high stat.
Pure brain is kind of looking at it, being like, what is that?
What did you roll? That's 9. I rolled a 17.
17
plus my 4, so 21.
Okay. There was definitely some sort of like, obviously besides them being undead, with the tentacles and the black ichor, something very alien, for lack of a better term, about this otherworldly, other plane, extraplanar, some sort of influence that would have twisted these creatures into what they had become. It's possible that there's definitely some arcane elements at work here. Yeah.
Dayland is gathering up the bodies and laying them down one by one. Very quietly.
Yeah. Flick is gathering personal effects, sort of IDing who is who, find a token, something to identify each of them.
Righty,
put something on each of them to know who's who, as well as keeping some piece of each of them for himself as well. He's sort of keeping tabs.
Brenda. Yeah. Okay.
Or he's just going to be sitting contemplatively and just cleaning the ichor off of his anchor.
Sure. Eventually, the concentration wears off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only a minute, so.
Oh yeah, we're worn off by now. Still big torque, but all right. Well, that is where we will end it for this evening, as you take stock of the situation and contemplate what comes next. And you can contemplate what comes next at level 5.
Hey!
Score.
Might as well just do that now.
As you level up from that. So yeah, if you want to roll your hit points or health points or points.
Okay.
Oh, the eternal question: do I roll? I gambled last time and rolled, didn't I?
Or do you take the?
Or do I take the 6? I will gamble again and roll. I think you guys peer pressured me into it last time.
Say, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna wait to see what you get first. Flick.
That's unfortunate.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
If it was a 1, I would have let you re-roll, but the 2, no.
I rolled a 4.
That's not too bad.
That's not terrible. So
for a wizard, 4, that's like
for a wizard,
amazing,
right?
It's 4.
I guess if everybody else is doing it.
It's plus Constitution modifier?
Yeah.
Okay. So
wow,
torque. Look at torque. There you go.
Well, wish I could have rolled an 11 on my D10.
Wow, torque.
He's a tank. There you go.
Oh. Well,
Flick, how many hit points does Flick have?
I'm up to 39 total.
I have 34.
I mean, wizards is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Constitution is my second highest stat.
Yeah, like my con's only 12, so.
Okay.
I literally rolled the average, so yeah, I'll take it.
Is anybody else rolling? Oh no, we've all rolled.
That's everyone. That's everyone.
Okay.
So
all right.
All right. Well, we will pick it up next time as The crew, what's left of them, the Intrepid Devil and our 4 adventurers, contemplate their move going forward and whatever it was that just happened to them. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming along this adventure with us, and we will catch you all next time. Good night.
See ya.